Bring back with Jersey them. No, 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 no. Right, no. Big up people. Welcome again to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining us. And today, this evening actually, we're going to have a good one. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully everyone is doing good. Let me just give a shout out to our sponsors. First of all, SAP Sports. Where is the SAP Sports sponsor? Where is... what's going on here? Yeah, boom. We're big up to our sponsors, SAP Sports. You can check them out on IG at SAP Sports 4. And also you can check them out at the office in Jamaica, in Clarendon, Maypen, Denby Maypen, 138 Muirhead Avenue. Big up to our sponsors, SAP Sports. They help us to keep this program running financially. Yeah. And also, definitely people, I want you guys to support them people. Get your jerseys, get your boots, get your socks, your footballing gears, your sports gears, your casual gears. You can get it all at SAP Sports. Let's also give a shout out to our channel members and Patreons. 2 Patreons, Raymond Austin, Ravan Bennett. Big up to the 2 Patreons them. And the military squad. These are the channel members, people. The original Zilla, Jermaine Swaby, Rose Gold, David Beckham, Feather 5, Black Icon, Fatih, Kyle Wallace from the Reggae Boyz Supporters Club. Oh, there's something I am missing. There's my apologies. Good. Let me get back to that. What the heck? What am I doing? Good. I just know I'm missing any of them. Lee Bell, Marsden Ricketts, Jamil Winter, Rolando Cardner. I'm recently added Devon Hughes and Angelica Rivera. Welcome to the MG Sports TV people. Thank you very much guys for joining me again. I need to add on those 2 persons joining. As I said people, bring back the jersey them. No. I will give you guys more information on that later on in the show. But first we're going to touch on the man himself, the main man, the key man, John Russell. Why we're going to touch on John Russell? I just definitely have to speak about this player. This player came into the Jamaicas, came into the Reggae Boyz squad, and he was brilliant. Came in and he was brilliant. Big up people in the comment section. Tennessee Lewis, Javon Plays, Covid DFM, Fresh God, My Respect, and Big D Len. Now, first of all, 2 talking points we're going to touch on people. These are the 2 talking points. Let me make it clear. Very, very interesting talking points as well. First talking point is John Russell. He's the first talking point. John Russell. Brilliant. Second talking point, as you heard from my intro, bring back the jersey them no. Give it with jersey. I feel with them. And a funo. I feel with. So let me put it in, that was in layman term, let me standardize it now. Basically, the Reggae Boyz, the JFF, take back their equipments and their kits from the Reggae Boy players that participated in the match, in the Nation League match against Mexico. We will be touching on that, but we're going to leave that for last. We will be leaving that for last. We need to touch on John Russell. When we touch on John Russell, then I'm going to go in a little bit more details regarding to the bring back with jersey them no, in regards to that. And definitely we're going to I think we're going to open the calling line. I'm going to drop the calling number in the comment section. You guys can call in, share opinion, and we're also going to touch on the game in itself. So big up people, massive respect. Siobhan Peart, my respect, my brother. Jamaica footballers, Elias, bless up. Big Dylan, bless up. Javon Plays, Kevin Dunn, and the man himself, Fresh God. So let's touch on the main man right now. Unfortunately, I should have recorded that. Hey, I should have recorded it. I didn't get to record it. I didn't get to record the intro. But most definitely. Anyway, John Russell, people, brilliant player. I have to say, people, this is a position that we have been suffering for such a long time. We search high, far and wide for this position in particular. And we have seen a player now We have now seen a player most definitely worthy, and I mean really, really worthy to be said. We have solidified that position. Um, I never actually checked his age. Anybody in the comment section that knows age, let me know. Let me know. John Russell age. I want to know how long we're gonna have this player for. I want to know how long. So someone, okay, Ian said 22. Chee! 22? Take another sip. Take a sip. 22? Yo, people, 22? So, see them position, you can go as far as 35 years old. So that's, me no good for maths, so I say I can use all of my finger them. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We have 15 years. We have 15 years with this young man. 15 years. 15 years. Bravo, a real squadron. Let me tell you something. I saw something when I said this is actually a CDM. I saw something that I know that he is actually a natural CDM. I'm going to do, I'm going to do an highlight reel on him, people. I started the highlight reel and I'm telling the people, this is the reason why I realized that he's actually a natural. See there? My math's bad. 13. About 10 years. No, man, you can't give more than that, man. 10 years time, 22. My 32, my apologies. 10 years time, my 32. 13 years time is 35. Let me tell people, dash of that. Let me tell you, I know maths. Me and maths and a friend. Me and maths and a friend. So I'm see far from it. How me make money? I don't know. How me keep money? I don't know. Anyways, guys, please do smash the like button since you're here so early. Let's let YouTube know that I am here and we are trying to do a live. So let me tell you something. Let me say one of them can bring up in stats. Let me say me can bring up in stats in the game there. Go for sofa scores. Go for sofa scores, people. Me never really bring up in, me never really check it, you know. I bring up in stats, man. John Russell, the man himself. Where is he? Me go bring up in stats. I want to say me can find the stats for that game for that game specifically. Not available. Come on, man. John, no, sir. This sofa score, what am I going with? Alright, let me try the app. Let me see if I can find it on the app. Alright, let me see. Jamaica was away. Team John Russell. Of course. Total of 12 touches. Long passes, 100%. Alright, so may I bring it up, people? May I bring it up on my page? My apologies on that, people, because I never really did that touch on that. But since I'm here now, and we're gonna do it, why not just do it? Let's do it. I got a feeling. Woo, tonight's gonna be. Now come up. All right. Oh, me should make myself smaller. Tonight's gonna be a good night. All right. So where is it? Where is the game? Jamaica. That's a 2-2. Let's go into the stats. Lineup. Jamaica. All right, John Russell. Good. So these are the John Russell stats, people. Let's have a look at the stats. You know, where he's a defensive midfielder, so no, not necessarily looking out to see or expecting to see any goal in this instant. But definitely, let's have a look at what his numbers looks like. Let's have a look at what his numbers looks like. Good. So this is what his numbers look like, people. I think, is that the only thing that gonna give me? General star. Oh, this is it. So total minutes played, 25 minutes played, people. Long passes completed, 1 at 100% pass mark. Pass completed, 8 out of 10 at 80%, and we had a very low passing percentile. So that's actually quite high. It was dribble pass once. Got to work on that. It's a tall figure actually. Possession loss 0, clearances 2, 0 interception. And I saw about 2 to 3 different recovery runs. So that is his 25 minutes of fame in a nutshell. Brilliant. Brilliant. 25 minutes of fame in a nutshell, people. Definitely brilliant. I just wanted to bring that up so you guys can see what we're talking about and the type of player that we're speaking about. I, for one, am very, very impressed in this player. Even though I do one video this morning and people have beat me, because I say, Bailey have to do better. All because I say Bailey have to do better. People have beat me feet. People have beat me feet. I say, boy, Lord man alone, the man must name me a white foul and all that. Hey, me can't tell people. Don't say, people, my advice to you, don't say anything bad about Leon Bailey. Don't say anything bad. Don't be critique of Leon Bailey. You're going to get beaten. You're going to get beaten, people. You will get beaten. Once you critique Leon Bailey, you will get beaten. Big Dylan said 3-hour show. Hey, Big Dylan, no bother with you, you know. Kai said Bailey have to improve. Big Dylan said John Russell give Leon 1 Tara clot ball. Leon must do better, but Bailey need to do better for us. Siobhan Given said, what makes him the missing piece, Jaja? More while enough to relax. It's way too early to believe he's the man. Well, we have seen 25 minutes, and we can tell us the man made some passes unlocking the Mexican defense. So easy, guys. Please do smash the like button. Over 100 of you here. Smash the like button, people. Would really appreciate it if you can do so. Actually said, you speaking facts, man need to do better for us. Villa as well. Marlon Buchanan said JFF is weak as an organization. They need to get professional very, very fast. Owen said he's only 22 and should only improve. Alpha Maximus said, what about Stuart from Blackpool? Stuart spent too much time in the hospital. Too much time on the injury bed. Too much time on the injury bed. Too much time. Quality player though. Spend too much time on the injury bed. Actually said music finger method. And I tell her, actually, let me show you that. I two of them. And Ian said, you do much like the JFF, me G. Hey, me can't tell her. See him where, sir. See him where, sir. Actually said, I think we need to our next CDM to play with Russell and him play box to box. But if we don't have one, he is a CDM. It was brilliant. So, I'm going to touch on the pressing issue. Something that I did not like. I'm going to touch on it right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the number in the comment section. I'm also going to drop the link so you guys can come on to the panel if you want to. I'm not forcing anyone to do so. If you will, if you choose, and come and express your thoughts. And we're going to speak about the game and also about the entirety of the jersey situation. All right, so let's touch on it right now. Let's touch on it. Big Dylan said, show the pass. No, me never save it on the laptop. Me have got. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna show it now, man. No worry about it, man. I'm gonna do no worry about it, man. I'm gonna do the highlight reel. All right. Skill Archie Diaz. Leon probably put too much pressure on himself, which is natural. He's a star. Expect him to do so. Actually said the man make out a glass. All right. So let me touch on this now, people. Let me know if you're hearing a feedback. If not, we are good to go. If not, we are good to go. So let me touch on this. So I recently got information. Oh, this is what is going on here? What's going on here? Get out of my way. Get out of my face, StreamYard. Let me touch on something, people. So, as you guys know, we recently acquired a major deal with Adidas. I'm going to assume that millions of dollars. possible to be generated through jersey sales, production, promotion, and all of these facilities, remarketing, and all of that. Supposed to. Now, from what I was told, what I heard in the, what I call it, grapevine, yeah, in the grapevine, where up there say the things that happen, and basically, because of boom now, and little news, real come on me ears. Something here, what really going on here? What's going on here? What's really going on here? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on here? And after doing some investigation, I found out that the gears and equipment that the Reggae Boyz were handed, like the jersey, the tracksuit. I think they keep his socks. Did they keep his socks? Yes, those necessities. It had to be returned to the JFF. Now, I'm looking at Jonathan Russell. I'm looking at all the players. This is their first outing. Is their first outing? Well, some of the players, this is their first outing in these jerseys, these gears. And they had to return it. Some of them first outing, but all of the players had to return their gears. Now, I'm looking at, me go drop the link there. I'm looking at this and saying, this don't make no sense, because my expectation is that the players them normally get their jersey. And when you look at other international team, players that throw jersey in a crowd, I give them family, I give fans, supporting fans, this and that. Reggae Boyz can't do that. Because if one guy decided that he wants to throw a jersey in the fans, give one fan in the stadium, I can tell you, he missing the bus ride home, he missing the flight home. Because I'm going to go search for that fan. It's gonna see, you'd have to search for that particular fan, hunt down the fan, to collect back the jersey. Now, remember that I said something one time. I said that the Adidas deal is not such of a big thing as how people make it seems. I'm alive said, so next time in trouble. Could be. Could be. And I'm saying, your sponsors is Adidas. More than like you're supposed to get a number amount of jersey where you don't have an issue. And one of the key factor I look at is this. You realize that, let me do something. I'm going to show you something, people. Oh, me go ask on the comment section. Who sponsor Mexico? Which kit deal sponsor Mexico? I need to know. Someone in the comment section tell me. Which kit deal, which sponsor, kit sponsors Mexico? Someone in the comment section tell me. Alright, so RR said Adidas, Kai said Adidas, Chevron said Adidas, Owen said Mexico deal must be better. So, when you look at the Mexico team, I could be wrong. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump back on the highlights. I'm going to see if the Mexico team players them had their name in the back of their jersey. I could be wrong. So, what I'm going to do right now, I am physically going to check to see if the Mexican players had their names in the back of their jersey. Jeremy and Scott said they did. I'm Alive said, of course, MG. Shaquille Turner said yes. Fresh God said they did. Azar said them have the name. Jim Chaser said they did. R Cube said all Mexican players had their names, their kits, and exchange shirts. I'm Alive said it's on. So we confirm. So we have officially confirmed that now. Now my problem is, My problem is, where is the contrast? If you look at the contrast, people, guys, you know what's funny? Me I look on the current views right now. Me have 156 person a view, only 56 like. So what more if it happen? I want the 100 jump over upon the like section. one the 100 jump over upon the like section and bring the like up to 156. I don't know if we can do that right away. I'm not sure. But we want to get the likes to 100 before half an hour on the stream. I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but I believe you can because we have over 100 persons watching. So, what I don't understand is the two teams are playing against each other. Same kit sponsor. One team has the name in the back of their jersey. One team does not. I can't comprehend what is the contrasting difference why that would happen. What would allude to that? Is it the federations who would choose not to do that? Or is it a kit? Is it a sponsorship deal? Detriment Podcast said if you pay close attention, Mexico jersey was player specific, fitted, while Jamaica wasn't. If you look on Boza's shirt, was big and a few other players too. I know that's minor, but just my observation. Every observation is good observation. Fresh God said we don't have a settled squad. Fresh God, me can tell her, all of his squad not settled. Fresh God, all of his squad not settled, Fresh God. All of his squad not settled. Me can tell her, say. If you print the name then that jersey, no. Change next matchup then Gold Cup then change again. The name them still can't go in that jersey. What is the issue in printing the name in the jersey? Not printing the name in the jersey. What is the issue? Not many teams settled as well. So look at not many teams. So I don't understand. So me really need to know. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, people, since me get that out of the way, I'm gonna drop the link where you guys can come onto the panel and share your views. I'm gonna drop the link. And I'm also going to drop the WhatsApp calling number. The WhatsApp calling number, people. 6. So the link is there and the WhatsApp calling number is there as well. So you guys can come on and share your thoughts. Freedom said the sponsorship was a peanut and cashew. Nutsy. Who said the nuts? Give me a second. Let me need to find some. Alright, so we just confirm it, people. Who said the cracking? Who said the cracking? Just confirm it. Mr. Siobhan Peart. Hold on a sec. Let me activate the so the people can hear you and hide all the extra order. What going on, Siobhan? What going, bro?
Yeah, my day, what going?
Alright, good. So the extra order up and running. So Siobhan, first since you're the first person jumping onto the panel, what is your thoughts on this whole Jersey saga and no, first of all, let's touch on John Russell first. What's your thoughts on John Russell? Let's touch on John Russell first.
All right. So, good night to the viewers. Good evening. Good night to the viewers. Wherever you are. Thanks for jumping onto the show. So regarding John Russell, initially, in my predicted starting lineup, I had John Russell starting initially. I know a lot of persons had Raphael starting, but based off the two performances that I saw against Trinidad, I kind of figured that maybe the defensive role probably wouldn't have suited Raphael. So I had John Russell starting. So I'm watching some videos of the kid. I know a lot of persons were saying that, hey, he's not a defensive type player. He doesn't really tackle well, but I think when the player came on, I think he showed his prowess. He showed that, hey, he's not just a player on the field. He's not a body on the field. He's not a cone for you to walk around. He will put his physical presence in front of you. Even if he's not a great tackler, just being in front of you, just having the physical presence there can be enough to turn off a player. and that he which he did. He was composed in the middle of the field like Romain Blake, who I think should be in the squad.
You have to drop that in, eh?
I have to drop that in. But yeah, but joke, fun and joke aside, but yeah, it was a great performance from him. Um, just I just hope, I wish that he had started the game, because maybe we would have, the defense would have been more assured, especially in the first half. But other than that, yeah, that's all I can say. So far, I was really pleased with his performance. Hopefully, the coach, it's the coach himself now, seeing that may be his position, the coach that will maybe the position the coach may want him for. He can work on his defensive midfielding, defensive game, on his spare time. So when it comes to the national team, he can be better situated, and it won't be a culture shock to him to move into the defensive role. So, but I'm really pleased at him. To be honest, I said hopefully we can see more of him soon. So we can get this ball rolling heading on to 2026.
Interesting. All right. Well said. Well said. I have to say, I agree. I would agree with 100%. As I said initially, a lot of persons are saying that it's a box to box. Definitely, I'm looking at it right now, and when we started the highlight reel, I realized that it's actually more of a I could be wrong. You could be judging the highlight. I could be judging the highlight reel badly. But from the highlight reel, it seems as if he's more defensive minded. He's switch on so fast whenever the team loses the ball to get back in behind and cover. So fast. So
Yeah,
fast.
I think what would have caused that MG, we weren't really used to having that player when we lose the ball for him to just switch the defense automatically. We always have that player when we lose the ball, it's more, hey, hopefully somebody cover for him. But he took initiative and he went back for his ball. He had the physical presence, as I mentioned, which I think we haven't had in a long while. Well, I wouldn't say a long while, because we had it with Grant. But since Grant, we hadn't had that, we never had that defensive presence, which I am good for. I'm happy for. So again, just hopefully looking forward to the future with him. And it looks like he's happy to be here, which I'm also grateful as well, because we've had situations where we have to ask, is the player comfortable? Is the player happy? It seems so far that he is happy. So hopefully we can build forward from there.
Yeah. All right, definitely. Me agree with 100%. Guys, only 9 likes away from 100. We definitely appreciate if you do so. Just get it, people. Just get it. Just get it. So, people, I'm going to drop the link for you to come on to the panel. I'm going to drop all the number in it as well now. So it boils down to you guys, what you guys choose to do. Big deal and said, you know, see John Russell's wife a comment under the JFF page. No, I never see it. So alright, so let's touch on now the pressing issue. Guys, we hit the 100 mark. Thank you very much for doing so. We hit it before half an hour. Very much so. Really, really appreciate it. You won't hear anything on me on that again. Let's touch on this now, Shaban. What are your thoughts on the whole aspect of the jersey? The players had to return their jersey. What's your thoughts on that? I'm still to confirm if it's all the players had to return their jersey, but what I got at the present moment is that all of them had to turn it in. Yeah.
Turn it. So initially I had always said, I don't know if Fresh can confirm that. I always said I think that the jersey deal, it's more geared towards the diaspora more than Jamaica itself, if you get what I mean. I think the deal was, because if you look at launch party, the amount of launch party what Adidas had, and not one of them was done in Jamaica.
And about 2 or 3?
They had 2 in England, 1 in France. France, France.
Yeah.
Not even speak English. 1 in France, 1 in the United States over the weekend prior to the game, because there was a big thing prior to the game on Sunday, I mean. So when you look at it, nothing happened. So from that time, I was kind of wondering, like, is this deal really for Jamaica itself? But coming to the realization, cause I was looking forward, honestly, before the game, I was saying to myself, I wonder if we're going to have our names in the back of the jersey now, because I know the Mexicans, them usually. So when I saw it, I was like, I feel like them jersey have to go wash over, you know. Honestly, I had the thought. I feel like them jersey have to go wash over. So it's not like, as what I think, I first said it, I don't think the jerseys are made for the particular player.
They just
As
make
you
it
said,
made in general.
yeah, it's just a small, medium, large. Because when you look at even the Mexican players, their jerseys are fitted to them. It's not baggy, because as you know, the baggy jersey it can cause some form of friction. It can make you run slower. That's why I don't have certain material. So the jersey is not fitted to our players then. So I looked at all of that and I was saying, I figured like maybe the jersey deal isn't really geared. Maybe the Adidas doesn't provide jerseys to that. Just like every match, we're going to give you 23 jerseys. Maybe they have to recycle the
Wash
jerseys
and
for
wear.
like every 5 match, every 3 match. Again, I not say yes or no, but probably every 5 or every 3 match. And then if you're lucky enough to play the third match, you probably get to keep the jersey. I don't know for that. That's why I'm saying I always want to see the terms of the contract in that regard. But I don't think it looks good. But I mean, JFF get the money, so which is I guess is more important. So we can't really say much in that regard.
All right. We have with us Cataract, the oligarch.
My boss.
Big
What
up
my
Cataract.
boss?
What going, bro?
We're going there, we're going ultra people there. Big up for yourself.
Honestly, brother, we never come link with the Manchester Stadium.
Let me not tell it, brother. I get a media pass. And the man them put I am restricted only to one place in the stadium. The players' dressing room.
Why that? I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
I don't understand that. So you restricted only to the player just in the
The
room.
pass say only the players' dressing room I have access to. But I have made with a man. So I don't have access to the tunnel to get to the dressing room, you know. I don't have access to the cycle track.
But you know, so if you link me, because I have pause, you know, I could make a teleport, you know. I have teleporting
I
pause.
don't have no access to nothing. So I just
But me
buy
tell
my
you,
later
Cataract.
ticket.
I have
But
teleporting.
Cataract,
Cataract. If you choose them where, I can click the heel. And make a teleport from anywhere there, go in that dressing room.
But I got teleport.
Give me,
I'm not going in a room
with
with 22 man. That's why I do boxing and martial arts. I do team sport.
First of all, Cataract, I could touch on, I know say you want to jump on that issue then. I could touch on
no, but before
John
that
Russell
though, you spoke about John Russell,
yeah,
right?
touch on John Russell
So I'm going to, part of it will be a repetition because I've been on Marlin's one program I gave so my rating for John Russell, he came on in the 88th minute. Correct me if I'm right.
75th. I think that's 75th. 25 minutes in play.
75th minute?
Yeah. 65th, sorry.
Salon?
Yeah, man, at 25 minutes in play for.
All right, so I'm going to have to recheck that and just be clear.
Me go up on the app right now and check it.
My
25 minutes of play. He came on and the 66 minute. Ravel Morrison came off. He came on.
Okay, so 66 minutes. So my assessment of him, my overall rating of him was 8 out of 10. Right?
Yeah. Cataract can give so much?
No, I gave him 8 out of 10.
That enough?
I gave him 8 out of 10.
Yeah, but you know marks are high.
No, this game I marked very high. Ethan Pinnock got 10 out of 10 for me.
What? Cataract.
10 out.
You're sure you're not drink before you go up on the platform?
He got a 9 out of 10 for me for this thing, and an additional point for when I realized, because when we watch our tracks and records, big up your Usain Bolt and a beer Misha and beer chap, the place did mad, bro. And you know, I want to drink the whites, but the Mish, them and them man and I drink white and Remy Martin and tear off my top. So I never even see him up on the armband.
You know
I
what?
didn't
Never
see
seen watch
so
much good then, man. Probably that's I raise the
no
hype.
man, I watched the replay. I watched
Oh,
the replay 6 a.m. the next day.
Oh, so you get
I
a
know
better
we're
understanding.
assessing, so we have to watch the game over.
Much I give Bailey?
2.
Right. So you say Mark I.
And bad man, don't forget number 2. I gave him 1 for standing up straight during the national anthem and 1 for the rest of his performance. It was the worst that I have seen of him, and it was, I believed he dragged down the performance of others because he frustrated Shamar Nicholson, and I think he also frustrated Bobby Reed, but Bobby Reed is a little bit more a more veteran pro, so he didn't show it the way that Shamar Nicholson showed the frustration. You know, a big, tall target man timing his runs to perfection. Because normally Shamar get caught offside a lot, you know. I don't know if you know, right? Or get caught fouling the player. And Bailey held on to the ball too much. He just ran until he lost possession.
Yeah.
And then there was a minute in, I think, the 70th minute, where only he and God, he just needs to come explain to us what exactly was he doing, how he missed the chance from the right hand when it was him and the keeper alone at his mercy. So he got 2, but really just thought John Russell came on and did part of what the coach asked him, because I thought the Mexicans were running riot in the middle of the park, partially because of the players we selected. No, I'm not surprised by what John Russell did. I said the jury is out on John Russell because as much as I've watched the player, I have really seen John Russell have 2 outstanding games. And that was against Luton Town in the semi-final.
Cranky say him play normal game.
No, he did not. No, he didn't. No, he did not. Right? No, he did not. That's not his normal game. But he is, and again, my definition and my standard of CDM is always going to be Anthony Grant, right? And when you look at...
I'm not John Russell I'm talking now.
No, man, I'm talking John Russell.
No,
man,
I'm
saying...
Stan Cranky attack Bailey.
Oh, Bailey. Well, he knows. He was sitting curbside in Orlando, and he was totally upset with having spent money to come and see the game. So I know where Cronky is coming from. But I want to deal with John Russell first. I don't want to take away from his time, right? He's a Chelsea-developed CDM. So it's pretty much in the same mode of Grant. They're going to get the ball, they're going to turn their back to the player, and slow down the play in order for the other players to attack. He's a good passer of the ball. So is Grant, actually, in terms of movement. They don't really make errant passes. However, the difference between him and Grant is that because of his strength, Grant will take a foul. If you remember in the Mexico game, Grant got fouled 6 times in a row in the first 15 minutes, right? He doesn't. He will hold on his feet and turn or lay off the ball to, like, in this case, Damian Lowe or Ethan Pinnock, right? What he has over Anthony Grant is height. So he was able to contribute in cutting out the long ball over the top by being able to head the aerial threat. So, but I would say this to everyone. Good game, 8 out of 10 for me. But coming on in a 66th minute, I thought was the 80th minute. And I tell you why. Because we did think we're drunk. Because when we think of halftime, we never realize the rain of fall and the match stop. We think of halftime and we ask them why the people in clock, why the new clock. But all the joy of watching the game. And there's a difference between coming on in the 66 minutes and playing a game on a CDM role from minute 1 when everybody has the same fresh legs, right? Big difference. And when the game is 0-0 and you're trying to, or when the game is 2-all, and you're trying to. Mexico at that point were just trying to see out the game for a large part, because with a draw they would go through. It's only when Jamaica started becoming dangerous that Mexico turned on the heat a little and had those, I think, about 3 chances in the end. So I think he has earned the right to start. I don't think the coach made a mistake not starting him, because the coach should have seen him training. He may have been overawed by the occasion. I don't know. He's not as seasoned a professional as Anthony Grant when Grant went there. So I have no problem with the coach starting Ravel, giving the more veteran player the nod. But Ravel is not a CDM and Daniel Johnson is not a CDM.
Both are
So
midfielders.
both of them are cams for the club. As a matter of fact, I went as far as to point out to people that at Preston North End, it's Daniel Johnson plus 5 CDMs at Preston North End. Go and look at their midfield, or central midfielders, if you want to call them that, box to box, some of them. There are no other cams at Preston North End. It's Daniel Johnson, the captain. I think him one, right? So he has a lot of protection, and he plays closer to the 18-yard box in above the half line, right? He's incisive. He's able to shoot. He can't do that for Jamaica. They're pretending to be a tackler. And at some points he looked lost, but he tried to keep in the game. And what he tried to do smartly is take up his position. So Daniel reminded me a lot of Grant. By cutting out the passing lanes, you don't have to run up and down as much. Using positioning. So old Fox, I don't know if you picked that up. He was using some old tricks so that he never have to run up and down as much. To some people it might look like ball watching, but really he was trying to clog up some of the passing lanes. That's my reading of him. So I thought John Russell acquitted himself creditably. I love the stiff arm. Another referee, and that would have been a yellow card. But of course, Damien Lowe, I'm pal card. The ref of the night.
What that? Which red card?
No, I said that would have been a yellow card. The stiff arm, when he stiff armed the player, Russell.
Okay.
Right at the byline, and he gave the man a stiff arm. Like, yo, you're not come close. So he acquitted himself, man. And I would love to see him develop. I would love to see how he turns out. And I think he's earned a starting berth for the next game, depending on who comes in. So, and I don't see, and I've said this before, he's in League One. The other CDMs of his age group, Tashan Oakley Booth, Reese Brown, who played with Damari Gray at Birmingham and in the under-20 England, they're all in League One. Raheem Harper. So let's see which of those, if any, can step up, challenge John Russell, apply for them passport. But I know that we are observing those players. There's really no CDM and the elder, Corey Smith, who was formerly at Swansea. He's 30 years old and he's on loan in League One now, right? Yeah. So there's no CDM in the championship that I know of, except Elijah Dixon Bonner, who was at Liverpool before in the England under-17 winning team, and due to injury, he was released. So he has it all to himself in that position. It's the 12th player that we have tried since we have stepped away from Anthony Grant. So it's 12 times lucky, right?
Yeah, man. So we'll find it. So we can move away from John Russell.
But I am going to say though, my jury is deliberating now. We've gotten the first evidence, but we need to see him start.
All right. Agree. So, your thoughts now on this jersey thing where the players have to return their gears?
Mr. Chung needs to say to us, because he came in and ushered in an era of transparency. So I think we're asking for the transparency. We need to know what are the elements. We don't need to know the fine print of the Adidas deal, but we need to know the elements of it, because it cannot be that Adidas provides match day jerseys for Mexico and not match day jerseys for Jamaica. I saw I don't know if you're going to be fined or something, but I saw Jimenez exchanging a jersey with Lembekise, his Wolverhampton teammate, I guess, for, just to save it and stuff. I don't know how that will go. But for me, I would like to ask, and I know you have access, or you go into the press conference till Manala call up your name. You know what I mean? But the game changed. The game changed.
What call the name?
They never say that you're enough up in the oral trace deal with your brother.
Do I?
Enough up in the press conference and then can't get for answer question. And TVJ and CVM. You want to go on a nice street.
But that's how me get involved.
Then your name is called military.
When that?
Yes. What do you mean when that?
No, from press conference. I do none of press conference and arguments. Not one of them. That's what I on the whole.
We think I don't want to stadium to that talk after the Trinidad game. But here's the facts.
Okay.
The facts is that YouTube is here to stay. And just like how we that have big sound with 3 column and double 18-inch box, we feel away with the little youth where come with him 1 monitor box, him 2 monitor box and him laptop, and I play the dance with me and I play for $5,000 or $10,000. And nobody now giving us 200,000 again. And we feel away, but at the end of the day, we can drive a big truck again. You take 1 speaker and 1 that and 1 amplifier and modify it and adapt. Right? So the fact is that they must tell us what the deal is and whether in that deal they are match day shirts, or is the team wearing replicas?
No, who someone said that it's not replicas. I think Mr. Chung says it's not replicas.
I have to be clear, because a match day shirt is a different quality shirt. I hope we're all aware, right? And as opposed to a replica. But a match day shirt has a number and a name on it, generally printed. So when you know a tournament is coming up and you select a team, for example, maybe you would get 100 match day shirts for the men's team, knowing that you're going to the Gold Cup.
Carter, hold on. Stick up in. One thing. Mr. Persons in the group, not the chatter, say like we can't use Mexico because Mexico side is well established. In the Suriname game with their B team, did those players have their names on their jersey?
Yes, they did.
All right, then. So argument. That kill the whole of them argument.
No, but in the chat is a different level of reasoning about, bro. When the on here, remember say no, the man don't know. It's a different level of reasoning. We can't just make speculation. Teams who are going to tournaments, remember this is an official match, it's not a friendly. So these are matches that you know are going to take place, right? You knew from January or February when the deal signed. And so the request, as a matter of fact, I haven't seen the black, and we should have been playing in the black kit.
Away. Interesting. Like I bring that up. Interesting. Not even when I was the 3rd kit. Anybody purchased the 3rd kit yet?
3rd kit? Which 3rd kit?
Yeah, there's a 3rd kit. The blue fancy looking one.
Fancy looking one of the pretty.
Oh, it's not a kit, it's an Anthem jacket.
No, man, it's a kit. It's a kit, man. There's a kit. There's a kit like the Anthem. There's a kit like the Anthem jacket.
What?
Pre-match kit, man. It's a pre-match kit.
A warm-up.
Them have a jacket fit.
Oh, pre-match kit.
Yeah, them have a jacket fit.
I don't 3rd jersey then, man.
Yeah, man, a 3rd jersey. Like how Arsenal have the one for the Nottingham Carnival. So it is. So there's a third kit, right? So there's three kits. You normally have a home and away and a third kit. That's what a team deal is. I think Leeds' pink is our third kit. One is white and can't remember the other. I'm trying to remember. And that is in case your away kit still clashes with the opposition. Then you use the third kit. That's my understanding.
That's how it normally go.
I can be
But
corrected.
it's not really a third kit, it's actually a pre-match kit, so they're not going to play game tonight. So we don't officially have a third kit.
Okay, but it can be used. So I mean, man, stand corrected. But I would not accept that for the Gold Cup, because if fans pay them how much dollars to fly to America, and the American fans pay to come into the stadium, and you're saying to me a player can't throw his jersey in when we win the Gold Cup? Mikel Antonio can't do that.
I think normally when they're playing competitions, that's the only time when the team.
But this is Nation League is a competition, Siobhan.
I know, Keter, but I said during like the Gold Cup, I can attest to that. Normally when I see them play the Gold Cup, I normally see the players them with the jersey. And just World Cup qualifiers. Yeah, man, they have them name on the jersey.
World Cup qualifier, sure. So we have that in the World Cup qualifier?
I never say World Cup qualifier, I say Gold Cup.
Oh, me I check Gold Cup. Me I check the 2022 Gold Cup. Alright, so me I see Bowser with a celebration. Let me see if I can find one of the highlight reel in from one of the Gold Cup matches them.
No, but I heard Hot Chili saying that the away kit is not needed. It's not whether you need it or not. You are supposed to play in your away kit when you're playing an away match. You may ask for some permission. I guess you have to get some special permission to wear your home kit away, but you're supposed to wear your away kit at away matches. It's not an optional thing. You can just do what you feel like.
I wonder if the JFF, like the section that deals with the kits, if they have the the little machine where they use for hard press the numbers on the kits. I'm wondering if the JFF actually has it.
No, but they don't need to have it. You have a screen printing company. There are screen printing companies in Jamaica. There's Western Sports.
The reason why,
if you buy your jersey from Western Sports, you can pay additional and ask them to put a number at the back of it.
The reason why I'm asking that, you know that some Adidas have their official fonts that they put on the jersey. Because we know anybody can buy a jersey and just go print some number on it. But Adidas have their official something. Okay, if you look on Argentina kit and everything, it is there. So that's the official kit itself. What they would do, they would provide those funds to the clubs them, and then the club man them print on that on the jersey. Because if you look at City, when they're playing in the Premier League have their actual font. But when City is playing other games other than Premier League games, that's when they say the City actual font, the Puma font actually on the jersey. So I'm wondering if it's that if they don't probably have to have the machine, and it probably will cost them extra to get the numbers printed. Yeah, hot press, my bad. So I'm wondering if it's that they don't have the machine to hot press the number that pan it, and them don't want to. I think them would have charge each person per letter. So probably that them try to avoid.
But I don't want to speculate. I'm just saying that when we next buck up Mr. Chung, the transparency boss, one of the members of YouTube just asked, how many jerseys are allotted how many match day jerseys are allotted to the Reggae Boyz senior men's team for the year?
All right, so
per match.
Even the friendly we play against Argentina the other day, the name never in the back it rotted.
That's an Umbro, so we can't.
That's Umbro. But you're supposed to have you're supposed to have more than one jersey for each player, you know.
Messi there,
because if your jersey gets ripped during the game,
you're supposed to can give them a new one.
They have to put on a new one. You can't come in the game and put on a next man number 14 and you start the game as number 7. So you get a yellow card as number 7 in the first half. Your jersey ripped. and you come
can't
as number
change it.
14. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, that's true. Because if a jersey rip, you have to go change it. If a certain type of rip, like call it tear down, yes, sir. You can't expect a player if you have playing a jersey. You will like call a tear off, yes, sir. And him come
No,
back out
would
in a
mean
same
that
jersey.
If the referee deems that your jersey is not fit for play, like let's say you were in a tussle and your jersey got ripped, or there's blood on the jersey. Let me give an even easier one. If there's blood on the jersey, right? It has to be changed.
You must change it. Fresh guy said Adidas print the numbers and names for the girls, but never do it for the senior boys nor young boys.
And I'm just saying that we have to ask. We just have to ask what is the thing with that, so that we don't speculate. For me, right? Other man can speculate if they want.
But Argentina and Curacao play right now. Messi, dog. Actually, I check the backside. 3 goals for Lionel Messi.
And him name and him jersey.
Me I check right now. Me I go pan now. I just me pan something right now. 3 goals for Lionel Messi and 1 assist so far. 5 goals then score. 38 minutes blows on skirt.
What?
5-0, 38 minutes. Messi scored 28 minutes, 33 minutes, 39 minutes. Assist in the 35th minute.
You sure that 7 you talk about earlier today, I never for Curacao?
No man, Trinidad I will get a 7 in them near future, but they don't see it yet. Near range one too. You know, like a now look lick. Yeah man, they never see it.
I try find one of the new match of the panic.
Messi, is this fair though, Messi? Are you really trying to catch Cristiano Ronaldo by playing Curacao? Messi, seriously though.
It's serious, man.
That's like you saying, Bo said, I want to win another race. I'm going to run in champs.
I go run at champs. Against the school youth them. School. Wicked man.
Anyway.
You saying about run class 1.
You know? Yeah, so we're asking. So JFF just gave us the answer, and I think, but a better program, and I think they earned some congratulations and some kudos. It was a good game to watch. We have been long-suffering fans, and I think they made every Reggae Boyz supporter proud Sunday night, because it could have gone oh so wrong in the other direction.
Adidas, Argentina sponsors as well.
Yes.
Let me see if the name now back.
I wouldn't be surprised if we are the only
two from the Adidas sponsor.
Yeah,
man, Messi name off in back in jersey, man. You can't have Messi playing in the back in jersey.
But I would say to the JFF, if you're talking about your marketing, the name in the jersey is of critical importance in any sport. That's why people identify CR7, David Beckham number 7.
But remember this as well in the cataract. Manu was able, because a lot of persons don't remember when Manu bought back Pogba for the 100 mil. As Zlatan jersey sales them use and buy that, you know. Zlatan jersey sales.
But it's jersey sales all over the jersey sales. Saudi Arabia, all of Ronaldo's jerseys were sold out by the end of the business day. They made back his first month's salary. If you want to have people have a relationship with the team, it has to go that way. Right?
Fresh God said, yeah, me do one program. Just Fresh God to remind me. So the last time Mr. Chung came onto the show, he said that Adidas shipment never reached yet. But how long ago we do the program?
No man.
How long we do the program with Dennis Chung? About a month now.
The shipment reached from Western Sports get the jersey.
So Western Sports get the jersey?
Yeah, Western Sports. They must say Western. Yeah, so
yeah, man, 20 grand and collect, brother.
The shipment reach. Remember in this day, the shipment was supposed to come. It's supposed to be spread across so Western, so people can actually buy the jersey, which should be from Western Sports. So the shipment actually reach.
Fresh God, who in KW? You tell me say KW, I don't know who in KW. Who in KW?
I don't know. No, I'm saying no. But hold on. There's a difference between replicas. So what they would have are replicas, replica jerseys. That's what.
Fresh God, hold on.
Western
Fresh God,
sports would
Union
have had.
KW.
No, but what Mr. Chung had alluded to Cataract is that they hadn't gotten all of the jerseys. So when the jerseys come, we are going to have jerseys, the full fledged slate of the jerseys them for persons to buy, for the teams them to have.
Yeah, I know what he's alluding to, but I don't hear Shaban, but me not allude with no man, I collude with no man. We want to hear the facts. How many jerseys? A number. I'm a mathematician. A number. Not chattings. Don't start with no vowel or no. What you call the other thing when you have a vowel? No consonant. Start with a number. 10, 10,000, 22 jersey, and the picnic them have to wear the same jersey as the big man them. You know what I mean? So it come in like a barrel where you get from foreign where the people then wear their clothes and then put in a barrel and give you. Let us know what the amount of jerseys that are allocated for match day for the senior men's team.
Fresh God, Fresh God, me no know KW Media, me no know.
See the message. See the message, MG. It said the Adidas sponsorship has nothing to do with football in Jamaica. It's more of a lifestyle deal. They see the Jamaica brand globally as a big selling point. Same thing as what media say, my initial point. The jersey deal, to me, it's not about Jamaica's football. It's more geared towards the brand of Jamaica. I remember that's what they keep on alluding to, Brand Jamaica, brand Jamaica, brand Jamaica. So is it, because, all right, normally, this is what I know as well. Normally when
El Grandier, hold on, give me 1 second. Big up El Grandier for the super chat. He said my background are green instead of, no, I'm a green screen. El Grandier, I'm a green screen man. Me not, so me not really a champs person. Even though I got a champs go on. But I'm a green screen, like me normally use, but because my camera give me problem now, so I have to use my webcam. But big up to super chat, massive respect. Continue, Shav.
Yeah, this is something, again, these are just some details I'm probably looking too deep into. And it goes with what I just said a while ago. Normally when a team is playing like a friendly game, when whoever supplies that team with like the kit sponsorship, the ball and all of them thing there is usually the same brand as the kit. The other day when we are play our games them out here, the friendly game them, the branded ball was the Select. I think the same ball with them using at the JPL.
JFF Select, so, FIFA Select.
The brand of the ball was Select. I don't know which.
Yeah, man, that's what they call it, man. FIFA Select.
FIFA Select. Alright. So it could be that what KW just said a while ago is it could be, as I said, it could be that the deal itself isn't really a football or a fully football deal. It could be just a lifestyle and they just provided us with a kit to use the Jamaican brand.
But Siobhan, that's what I'm saying. We don't need to speculate upon that. We need to get the man. MG have him number. So I know that MG can call him right now and get answers for the public. Mr. Chung.
No, so me not really do that, like just call him. No, me not really do that, man. Me respect.
Send the message and say, sir, you're needed urgently or come tomorrow.
What?
And what do you mean?
A big man, no man. It's me if you say you're needed urgently. A big man, no.
I mean,
me can request one interview.
You can request
come have a discussion. Me can request that, but me not big stuff.
It's not the day of old media, Because let me tell you something. If you believe that the JFF board and senior people that watching your program, you are naive.
Yeah, but me still have to be respect. Because me no want just that.
No, but I can call the one. You probably message the person and say a point has come up. And they might want to respond, or they can respond in a week. But we just need some answers. You can't keep speculating.
I can do
because what happened never look good.
I can do that.
Because if you go in with a wet jersey, and the same wet jersey, the man then come out with it.
True. I couldn't give a change.
They could have catch up cold in their mole. Like my grandmother would have said. No, but them we have big serious thing make laugh, but it is there when you come off with the weather and you come back after.
And the time cold, the ball rain fall hard.
And I still never saw any of the wet weather gears. I never saw the punchers. Or did somebody see it? So correct me, and I'm open to correction. Were there punchers there?
I don't recall seeing that.
I don't recall seeing the player them in punchers. The ones on the bench.
Imagine that cold condition there, man. Jeez.
So, as I say, Cataract, we shouldn't speculate. Because
right. So we have a year. So we have a year. We have a year. We even know because a kid sponsorship, you know, a kid sponsorship, as you said, Siobhan, would include balls, the cones,
boots,
the equipment.
socks.
Yeah, so everything in our training would have be related to Adidas.
To them, yes.
Everything would have be related to Adidas. Because even look, again, probably I look into something too deep. During the game, I see one Adidas something on the side of the board, on the side of the field. Again, I probably a reach, but those are some of the things that I know Adidas not. Yeah, Adidas is going to want them brand on the side of the field. Am I lying, G?
Yeah, man, because, no, remember, it's as sponsors want to know so the brand I get out there. Like what Stop Sports sponsor me, and I want me to say Stop Sports every time I can. I'm going to try my best to say Stop Sports each time I can.
Look on Champs today. On the cycle track, you have a big old Puma something on the cycle track. Because they sponsor Champs. So they will want that under the two games and we never see it. When the JFF had do them press conference, when me idea have the conversation with OMG, we don't have no Adidas, nothing behind the coach. All of them things. So we have to wonder if the deal itself is just a lifestyle deal and the benefit that we get, we just get some jersey for match time.
Valid point. Just match, you just get one pair of jersey.
Yeah, so we use brand Jamaica, make how much $1 billion, and we just go into some jersey.
Yeah.
No, but listen, this sponsor is going to rinse Jamaica for all they can get. Rinse it. It is up to the federation and those who are negotiating on behalf of the federation to ensure that they squeeze as much out of. Do you recall when Puma had wanted to retain Usain Bolt?
No, I don't really know the Usain Bolt saga.
No, man. When they put down the blue track up at UA.
Oh, the Usain Bolt something there.
Yes.
Chucks something.
Yeah, man. They put a blue track up at UA.
Yeah, me know. Up them go run Camperdown. Me go do Camperdown Classics. When me go run.
Okay. So you can negotiate anything you want to negotiate on your side, or your negotiator can do that. Your agent. They are to get the best deal for you because believe you me, the sponsors will. So they will identify. But what is different about this, and Siobhan might be onto something, if you noticed at the launch, it very prominently was Kano, I think that's his name, Kano, he's from the Netflix series Top Boy, and he is a UK grime rapper. Yeah, right. They had a number of musicians modeling the kit, and I think it was only Harvey Blair. It was only Harvey Blair and Kemar Roof who were actual footballers.
You had the kit release in France, England, 2 in England, and I think about 2 in the US.
Oh, what we had in Jamaica was not necessarily a kit release. It was an announcement.
Exactly. And there was nothing for like the public to go out and really... Because what they had overseas was like a party. A literal party.
Big function.
An entire theme.
You go near free food and listen music and look on jersey layout and brand and everything set up in like the color coding and the design coding all over the place.
Bridget.
And the free food again.
If Adidas was doing a launch in Jamaica, it would be bigger than Sting. because
Brother,
they deal
believe
with
me.
numbers. They,
Them
they,
with a
they would probably
trust me.
if you look down from the moon on Jamaica, you'd see 3 stripes across the whole island. They just paint the whole island in Adidas 3 stripes. That's how much money they have in their marketing budget. All right? So believe you me, what happened in the JFF head office has nothing to do with Adidas. Because obviously, and they will get back their money because guess what? The sales on the day worldwide, not only there because they are not parochial. If they launch in Jamaica and I don't know, Buju Banton or Beanie Man is they choose as a brand ambassador, I don't know, right? Because they do their market research. That's gonna drive sales worldwide and interest in the brand.
Exactly.
You get me? I believe if Adidas was doing a launch here, Jamaica would be playing Argentina in the
some
stadium.
big team.
No, not big team. They'd be playing Argentina in the stadium, and they would lock up Lionel Messi to come here because Messi is an Adidas player, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they do. That's what major marketing and brand managers do. They have the what you call the brand coherency, that everything is coherent and it's singing from the same song page like a great Bob Marley song. Everything, all the notes sound correct. If you notice, they had the choice of who could have been at the launch in England. So they're people that look at the face and the physique of everybody and them say, okay, Kemar Roof, Harvey Blair. Harvey Blair is not even signed a Jamaican international, He
was representing the kit.
And he was representing the kit.
How him end up in the kit now? What role him playing in the kit? What significance does that mean?
They go and look for brand ambassadors. And if you've been following Harvey Blair from Liverpool,
may I get a phone call, Jenks? May I get a phone call? Take your first caller. Sir Teddy Lee, the man who the politician them afraid of. What's going on?
Yeah, night going on, night everybody, Alright, so based on Russell, I'm glad you talk about Russell. Russell, maybe I don't know, maybe because we're short of stadium in Jamaica, we do have a good one, so therefore we so one perform where I say, yeah, a good, But it's the first 2 touches, I say, this player is a good player. Because remember, people just saying cannot tackle and them things, but when we see this person, the confidence and them things, that this youth, we have to mention it even in front of Kata, this youth is an upgrade from Mr. Anthony Grant, But it is good to have a stadium like or a central midfielder. Them same can play central attacking too. But a player like this with the physical body is a giant in the midfield. Wearing the number 22. Obviously, him take a speedy 22 now. You know what I mean? But this player is a potentially young 22-year-old. But we need another player, otherwise, we need a backup still. I don't know if they have Louis Baker still again. Because remember, injury can happen because we are planning for 2026. So at least we need a pool of maybe 3 persons like, because we have Russell now, we identify Russell. Obviously the coach got from Mr. Jordan Cousins, maybe, and I think in the view another Kevin Stewart. So we don't know if he might go to Kevin Stewart, but
no man, Kevin Stewart
Russell is a miss.
Spend too much time on the table, injury table.
Kevin Stewart has been injured for the last year and something.
Yeah. So basically, Russell we have now, we can hide Lambert. It look like a coach. I don't know if Lambert is my work by Lambert. But we need another, at least a 3. We need a 3 depth pool. So we identify Lambert, he say, as a right back now. Why Jevon Brown, I don't believe Jevon Brown are the top 3 as a right back right now. Would I even rather try with Jimenez right now. But Lambert is right now.
No, Jimenez not going to play right back again. Jimenez not going to play right back again.
Jimenez is playing striker.
He must strike for the club now. And he
We're playing striker.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm supposed to do a video upon him too, but I'm soon do a video upon him.
Also, I'm saying better serve as a striker than a
The
right
club
back.
changed him. So when him got the club, he went to the club as a right back. Went with the under 18s. Him trim big and physical and powerful. Them kind of say no make no sense. Him a body them. So them put him in the under 21. Still physical, too physical for them as well. Him a body them as well. So then put him for the under 23. Where my match up.
Yeah.
And then I say, you are going. Then push him forward. He's more technical. So then push him forward in the midfield, in which he can play midfield. And then they say, no, man, because he must score goal. Then want a striker for the under 23. So then push him for strike. And then he start score consistently. And then now, I succumb now and end up, I strike him a strike.
So, man, number 9, my playing upon the wing.
Number 9.
Like a front three. Where him play?
Center forward. Center forward. Yeah.
Oh, remind me, I like Mikel Antonio started as a right back.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yes,
midfield and then center forward. So it look like Jimenez. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But alright, so basically we have a Joel Latibio as a right back. So I think with the pool, the right back pool right now, I think we have a good right back pool. But the CDM, we still have a look concern of fine Russell. But we need at least, we don't know if we get Louis Baker, but at least we need a 3-depth pool for every position.
Mm-hmm.
I think the forward line, the number 9, we're blessed with that. I think Mikel Antonio, Shaman Nichols. So.
Front line, we're blessed. We're blessed with the front line.
No, yeah, but the wing position, we just saw, yeah, we're kind of blessed, but Leon Bailey. Based on this coach, I think this coach want tackling wingers. Like Bobby Reed, you can't say I rate Bobby Reed. But we have a problem with Leon Bailey. Like, I rate the ball now, but he needs to step up in game. Arm for playing at the front two. If I play a 4-4-2, Leon Bailey for maybe play as a second striker or something like that. Because this coach wants tacklers in our midfield, like on even the left and the right. So many people are so to go for Demar Gray, good player, but Demar Gray, the work rate, when I know if the work rate with Demar Gray I got up to.
You don't know Demar Gray's work rate?
I trust the coach, and I have to big up Qatar because I think me and Qatar in the first half, when people are saying this is a coach, them they question the coach and why we never go for Lars Lagerbat. Remember people like the leader, I said, boy, this a coach of them door is a knockoff and a bag of thing to knock off. You know, have Mr. Lars Lagerbat, but this coach definitely I sure we say him have what it takes. And as Mr. is a person who criticize the coach, I give him the games, give him the Gold Cup. I think we are doing well in the Gold Cup. We are 31% ball possession, but it look like we do we think them with the 31%.
Yeah, we're effective with it, man.
40%
ball
possession.
I don't believe in the ball possession thing, no. But if we do, we at least be effective with when we have the ball. And this a coach, even if we have 21%, we are going to score a goal, or we are going to do something with the 20 or 30%.
31%, Missy.
Yeah, man, but even if it's a 20%, we are going to do something with the 20%.
Yeah, we look meaningful with the ball.
Yeah, we look meaningful. As I said, we have to big up the coach and the centre back department, low, Ethan Pinnock, them at age, but I think them can go through. And Liam Moore soon come back. King, we have a young king. And we have some others, Topi and others. I think we're blessed. And we have Deshaun Bernard overseas. So I think, and even a young Mr. The under 20, when you again? Chelsea, I'm going to another club now. Stoke City.
When you
centre back your name again?
Bradley Morgan.
Bradley Morgan. So we have, I think we're blessed at the centre back department. So maybe some of them centre back they have to turn their CDMs now. The King or maybe the Bradley Morgan.
Midfield is where the problem there.
The CDM. Yeah, we still, the midfield, the central midfield, Ravel, Marshall, age up, you know. So maybe we have to look. But I think Louis Baker out there, maybe people say go for Isaac Hayden. But truth be told, we don't rather a Russell type of player than Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden, you know, we basically do the tackling, but the passing thing, and Isaac that. You know, we basically stand up in the number 6 role and be the enforcer.
I'm not sure about Hayden.
I'm impressed. Huh?
I'm not so sure about Hayden.
Isaac Hayden remind me of Michael Hector.
No, but no, what me I say, no, I think Hayden kind of more technical than Hector. Hector is a good pass of the ball, though, not lie. Defensive wise, I think Isaac kind of better than him defensive wise. And you have more.
Yeah, man, he's more solid than Louis Baker, them defensive wise, you know. But this coach, if based on team 4-4-2 system, he want him see them for at least a progress the ball.
True.
And Aiden now, we're not too sure about the Aiden. Louis Baker don't fit this system and Russell would not fit this system, you know. But hopefully we get the ball as them and we get more. I think the next game is what? Which game again?
I think a Gold Cup our next matchup, you know.
Gold Cup. There's
there's
a window
no,
before the
there's
Gold
another
Cup.
international
There's a
game.
window before the Gold Cup.
Match, man, I think.
Oh, we have another international friendly before the Gold Cup?
I think
No, we were supposed to have an international friendly in April. That cancelled. But
More than likely, we
remember
must find something else, man. They must do something, man. I use back Trinidad.
No, man. No.
No.
Colleagues. I wonder if nobody not hear me.
Where's the
Let me
Qatar?
tell you, the season in England, the Premier League season comes to an end the 15th or whatever of May. So you have about 1 month before the start of the Gold Cup. So there's a window there that you can have international friendlies in. Using the players. I think you might have a FA Cup final the week after.
I think there's an international friendly international.
No, man, it was cancelled. April 18th in New York. It was supposed to be versus Guatemala.
No, I said the match cancelled. I said the international friendly still remain the same.
What? When the season closes?
No, man. The international friendly date, the date itself.
No, that was never a date. That was a domestic based and under 20 players date.
Okay.
So it wasn't a FIFA window.
Oh.
So when are the next FIFA window? June or when are the next window?
No,
check.
you don't have a window now. You have the season ends the middle of May, and then the players are on the no.
I look on the year so now. 2023 match. Okay, so the next international calendar are June.
Yes, which is when you have the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
But then before the Gold Cup, you have a whole window where.
Well, and Cataract. Guess a Cataract.
No, I'm saying before the Gold Cup, you have a number of weeks in which you can have
number of weeks no, Cataract. It runs from 2 weeks. The 12th of June to the World Cup started the 26th of June, and international friendlies can take place from the 12th of June 2023 up until the World Cup. So we can fit in probably 1-2 games in that time period for preparation to the World Cup.
Yeah, but remember the last time most of these players want rest, you know that. But
what rest? We get that to rest. Elite players don't.
The Premier League or Championship, remember that
Teddy Lee.
Remember,
elite players don't want rest. Don't follow Jamaican ball about rest.
The clubs remember the last time what happened, man?
Hold on,
Teddy Lee don't follow that, man.
Teddy Lee, hold on.
Remember the Ethan Pinnock situation when in club they get promoted, like him say. Them are a different scenario.
Listen to me, I said. Listen to me, I said, Teddy Lee.
You hear me?
Listen to me, I said, Teddy Lee. You ever hear Lionel Messi and Ronaldo say they want to rest when an international date come up?
No, that's a different. Remember, people prize Argentina and them.
So hold on.
When it comes to Jamaica, I don't know, you know.
So that me talk about now. Why we so special for we want rest and the elite of the elite and don't want rest?
I think he's really missing the point. What?
Teddy Lee, I make excuses, man. Teddy Lee,
no, he's not understanding what took place.
Listen to this, Teddy Lee.
Mikel Antonio went on vacation. He did not have a passport. When they sent him to sign, they failed to get him to sign the passport application, the citizen's application, before he left London. Right? When they found out that they was missing a signature, he was not in England. He was on vacation. And he said he wouldn't come back off of vacation to go to England to sign one document to come back to his family. So that's a different matter.
Yeah, man. So right? that's a matter
with
about
Ethan Pinnock. With Ethan Pinnock, They
Club they just got
and
promoted.
even
Yeah.
although some people don't say like to say his name Ivan Tony because he might have had come in that window, right? They were involved in the playoffs, which takes another 2 weeks.
For preparation and everything.
No, right. So even though the regular season end, they were involved in the championship playoff. And so they couldn't leave and come to the no friendly game. So the championship playoff would have run right up close to June.
All right.
So
So
they
that is
wouldn't
what
have
I'm
had a
talking
break.
about Ted Lee. Ted Lee, in that time period.
I understand. I think this coach will get the players them for buying, but truth be told, maybe in the past, maybe the players them never. I don't know, but I think they will listen to this
No,
coach.
we just told you
Even
what
them on the
happened.
vacation.
No man, it's not about that
Huh?
Cataracts. And it doesn't matter about even other players who are talking about rest. That's how I say
No,
Ted
I
Lee.
not just English players.
Not
Remember,
just
even
even
local,
we have
some
other players,
man
man.
MLS so say them
Yes.
them want rest or something, you know.
So that may I tell us in that aspect, me and Lupan
Yeah.
say foolishness them attack. When me hear that, me say
Yeah, them
foolishness.
can't do it this time around because we close to a goal. If a Gold Cup never did that, they would not fail.
Exactly.
I think this coach, then we take this coach because this coach this time around, we might call a 30-man squad or 20 or something because we need the players them for there in a camp and at least, you know. But
So
as we say, with the
for the
senior
Gold Cup,
area, yeah.
for the Gold Cup,
Yeah.
they will have time to prepare. So as Cataract mentioned, the 12th of June, as me get the date, the 12th of June goes straight back to the 26th. Let me see, let me bring it up back and we can look on it. International friendlies from the 12th of June goes straight to July 16, international date. 26th of June to July 16 is the CONCACAF. So between June 12 to say 26, free. They can select any amount of game. On the 26th of June, you know, so they're not going to go close because that's a match
MG.
CONCACAF start. But
MG.
so me give them until from the 12th to the 20th or 22nd. That's basically a week and hard. Where them have,
Alright,
they can
MG,
then
I
a camp,
remember.
prepare, even play a one match whilst in camp, play a one friendly whilst in camp, preparing for the Gold Cup.
Alright,
The time
MG.
is there. So
Yeah.
any baller will get
Yeah,
called.
even can play one of the top. Yeah, them can even play one of the top teams.
But
CONCACAF,
will
you know?
JFF start that
MG.
out?
MG. One
Yeah,
more
wait,
thing.
let's say Trevor,
Totally.
shut my ears.
Coach will
Yeah.
start it out,
Totally.
man, you know?
Alright, Teddy, bless up here.
So anyways,
Teddy,
big
you
up,
have to
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
sir, as
Bless up,
well.
alright.
You have to remember, say, as well, the player them have actually get time off after the Gold Cup. The club them normally off. If you play a competition during the summer, they get additional time off. So when the team gone back in a preseason training, you get an extra week or two off from preseason, so you don't have to worry about that. So the players them will actually get their rest during that particular period. So as a Cataract say, seeing that the team can be called from the 12th, I think call them from that time there. Get the team in settle so you can even work on your tactics at that time. Get the players them at that time. So yeah, I think from that time they should be good enough because the league will be over. Hopefully City win the title by them time there. But I think honestly I'm very optimistic about this World Cup this year, but I could
Jashi or Jayshi, Jayshhy. I hope say Jashi must say. But Jayshi sound kind of strange. I don't think that is the coach duty to get the players them to come play, and us JFF duty coaches are replaceable. What happens when the coach is no longer a part of the team? Coach sell project sometime. If a player come play for him, we want to know what the coach intent, what the coach plan to use him and to get the best his best attributes out there when he can market himself as well. DJ will say JFF is a joke, bro. I can bet that the JFF would mess Gold Cup up. We have a strong chance now. Look on it, man. The match against Mexico now. A lot of people are looking at that now. Big up Shane Billings. Big up Shane. Blame the Nutsman management JFF. Why Tony is not in the Jamaican colours? Obviously Tony don't want to be in the Jamaican colours. Me always say if Jamaica if a player want to play for we, he will be playing for us. John Russell, what the people start out and John Russell run the pan pitcher run. It means the man want there. The man there before people start out. The man want to be here. Love that. Mirak said there's a window where Nations League semi will play. Maybe at the time there. El Grandeur, so Travis Pesa, well at them are reasonable things. Fabian Full said, I want our strongest team for the Gold Cup. Let's get everybody who is interested their passport before the Gold Cup. We know when Gold Cup come and we hear about this documentation, that the documentation and all them type of shebang they like how we hear on a year-to-year basis.
Processes from right now. Expedited. We should be expediting. As it was, I think the coach. I think Mr. Speed had said that the coach will be going on a trip soon. So hopefully the coach can identify the players that he'd be interested in, and he can send it off to the JFF, and the JFF can pass it on to the relevant authorities to say, hey guys, if we'd really appreciate you guys if you could expedite these documents, as we have Gold Cup coming up in the summer, and we don't want to have a situation where we're not sure by May. We want to know that so we can buy everybody ticket and send everybody letter in time so that we don't have a Boys Clark. Get me? Yeah, so we want to make sure so all of them sort out from May. So when June come, all things happen, we'll pick up the player them from the airport. Hopefully the Prime Minister and Mr. Grange is there as well to meet them. We'll give them a warm Jamaican welcome. Make them know so them feel loved, so that them can feel the Jamaican love going to the Gold Cup.
So I don't have anything to add to what Siobhan said. What I do think though is that, and this is my last thought on the Mexico game and how we really could have qualified. Johnson Clark Harris, I believe, should have been given the same special treatment as John Russell.
Yeah.
Called up to come to Jamaica and have your citizenship and passport sorted out on the island. Because if we had...
Did he do it?
Johnson Clark Harris.
Did he finish his sort out his documentation?
No, he went through it's in a spin, and part of it is his fault, right? Where the JFF to blame, them to blame. He can't coordinate with the High Commission and getting away from his club.
To come and start.
Or getting the permission of the club to go to from Peterborough to go down to London. So it's the same thing that I suggested for Zach Lovelace. You name the player and fly the player in, and let them go up to talk to Constant Spring Road and deal with the matter on the island, because you know that all the documents are together now, right? So it's not a and even if it's a missing document or a mistake, they can just go up to Spanish Town RGD and get it sorted out. You know, so for me, I think we were missing that clinical finisher, but then you can say that. But we really were missing that.
You realize the striker didn't get nothing, no service.
No, man, Corey Burke got a chance, man. Corey Burke got a point blank range chance.
In a 90 minutes of football.
I don't think it was point blank.
It was not point blank either. But I say in a 90 minutes of football.
No, and that's why I kind of hesitated, you notice, because but we don't want to battle Leon Bailey, but the creative players were taken up doing defensive duties, which is Ravel and DJ, and then now the poster boy was just not on the poster. And that is, and I guess the coach will have to make, and I think if there's a press conference here, we might ask him, or the media might ask him why he didn't make the change for Kaheem Paris. But maybe what he saw in training, he wasn't confident. But I will go ahead and say this in as much as I would, right? And I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I said it before, if you remember MG, I said it. I expected Dujon Richards to be in the squad. I think calling up Trevante Stewart was a waste of a space, because I don't think Trevante is a player in the works. I don't think he could bring an impact in the Azteca in a game against Mexico. I do see it, but I thought
you know me. I look on about cataract. We'll have a discussion. There's a discussion in the comment section, and me find. I'm sorry to interrupt here. There's a discussion in the comment section. I find very very interesting. You know Tati Brown, right? Cataract. You know you man who know them ball. How good of a centre back you thought Tati Brown was?
Tati Brown was a sweeper.
How good of a centre back was he?
He was not a centre back.
So,
Tati Brown was a sweeper.
What's the difference
between a sweeper and a centre back? The Jamaica were Linval Dixon and Ian Goodison.
So what is the difference between a sweeper and a centre back?
It's like an inverted CDM. So he was playing behind the two centre backs.
So if you're in a back line, if you play three back, isn't it three centre back?
No, we played five. Gregory Messam was a left back until Bibi took over, right?
No man, can't centre back, sweeper centre back, man. By the rule of law football, man, sweeper is a centre back.
So
yeah, man, a sweeper is a centre back, man.
Remember, you had two kinds of sweepers, you know.
All right, tell me two types.
You had the Rene Higuita type, which was the keeper sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
The keeper played as a sweeper, so that the line of defense was way up the pitch, not in the 18-yard box.
Mm-hmm.
And Higuita carrying out the ball. Tati Brown was a sweeper.
Let me ask that question. Back. If you have a goalkeeper in your goal and he's very technical with the ball at his feet and he plays as a sweeper keeper, is he a sweeper keeper or is a goalkeeper? Who can play as a sweeper?
No, what I understood for the keeper sweepers is that Higuita would carry the ball, and he would the line of the defense with what's his name? Oh God, what the drug baron name again? His namesake. That was killed. But the Capo.
But Cataract, if you're in a defense line, aren't you a defender?
They would line up above the 18-yard box.
But a sweeper is a centre back.
Well, okay.
You know, by the rule of the game, Cataract, if you have three defenders around there, all three of them are centre back. If you have two centre back, if you have two defenders around there, all two of them are centre back.
Hold on. We are prolong this unnecessary.
All right. So the reason, hold on. All right. So let me move on to it. Tati Brown was 5'7", but brilliant sweeper.
Are you coming with this Romanian break thing?
Huh?
Are you coming with this Romanian break thing? I know where you're going. This ain't 1997. And there'll be no midgets in anybody's backline because you will be punished.
But so we are basically, no, Cataract, don't call you that, yeah? Don't call you that. Midget is a deformity.
And no, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, there'll be no short man.
All right.
In the backlines of the world.
Saying short. Better you saying short. But me can't accept your call because I'm a baller.
No, dwarf is the dwarfism.
No. Dwarf a short 4 foot people.
Exactly.
We above the average height.
And that's pygmy.
The average height of 5'5". The average height is 5'5".
I don't know who in Jamaica.
The man who above 6 foot is actually above average. The normal man.
The average height of a male is 5'8", 5'8" to 5'10". That's the average height of a male.
Me go check it. The average height of a male. Let me check it.
Yes.
Let me check it.
Average height of a male is 5'8" to 5'10".
Average height of a man. Let me see.
Of a black man, if you want to go there.
It doesn't matter. The average height. All right, so the average height from studies done from 2017. So the average height of a man in USA is 5'7". That is the average height for a man in USA.
Okay, 5'8", so I was wrong. 9 inch.
The average height of an American adult male is roughly 5'9". It's actually 5'9". Yeah, 5'9". Actually good.
5'8" to 5'10".
Yeah.
I said between 5'8" and 5'10".
Yeah, so that's an average. So it differs per nation. It differs per nation and ethnic
but now
group.
you're talking about an athlete, an elite athlete. That's a different, because an elite athlete is not the whole population. But military, but I will prolong this. You're not going to convince me that Romain Blake is going to become a professional centre back in a top tier league. You're not going to convince me.
So how Martinez did it?
Martinez and Romain Blake are not the same height, and Martinez.
How tall do you think Martinez be?
5'10".
I go check it.
And
I must search thing. My 1.75 meter. One check that out in a feet. 175 meter in feet. Let me check it out in feet. Oh, I'm a 5'9". You know that shot, man. It's all on what in that shot.
No.
5'9", so not that bad.
Yes, but you also have to look at the fact that will he is one in how many centre backs in the top 5 leagues. So you can't pick out the exception to the rule and say, hey, then every shot boss run go play centre back. That don't work so.
Mariapa 5'10". Me and you tell her Mariapa. When we interview Mariapa, we turn up our vibe.
Yes, we do.
Why?
But Mariapa at the time.
Hey, Shav.
Mariapa at the time, even when he was at Watford, right? The issue was he has a tremendous jumping vertical leap. Now in the latter years of his career, that vertical leap has left him because the legs just don't have that spring anymore. Grant is 5'10", and he plays centre back for a half a season for Swindon, and he got punished in the ear because there's only so much a possession. Positioning and reading the game can take you when man just come down, drop a long ball over the top. The striker 6'2" or 6'4" or whip across in. You go and get burnt. So you might be able to pull off something, but it's not the norm. The norm is that you have 5'10", 5'8", 5'7" right backs.
Alright, so me look on him player profile. Him a 5'9". Romain Blake a 5'9".
Okay, he's grown a couple of inches now since last year.
And he's 17 years old. That's not bad. That's actually not bad.
That a mute point. And
me ask him because me has one player profile something right now that is stating that he's 5'9". So me go ask him ask him specifically.
You know,
because alright, let me tell you. Let me say me can find one picture. Me say me can find one picture. One time he take alongside the other players them. Him no look like in shot at all.
You recall.
Hold on. Someone Kai said ask him if Blake can pay me. Bro, you don't know what. I don't know where. Owen said rewatch your own interview.
All right. You recall a player in the under 20 that went to the World Cup. Ali and Whittaker?
Yeah, goalkeeper. I'll make it another call. Bless up, Carl. You have lack of something in the background here?
Okay, well. Yeah, me better now?
Yeah, man. You sound like the topic you catch up.
You hear me?
Yeah, man. I hear, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
The topic you catch up.
Hello?
Yeah, man. I hear you, man. You need to lack off in the background.
All right, then hold on. Hey, no, the Blake thing I want to comment on, you know?
Yeah, what's your thought on it?
Well, me say, Blake is a very, very, very good player, right? And we just have to give him time and not put that same pressure there on him like what we put on Whisper. And, you know, and me, in my mind, I feel him going to be one of the best player in a same position, whether defender or CDM. Because at 17 years old, remember this, you know, he's in the game against JC. I know Whisper not pass him one time, you know.
No, man, you talk about that? You not see him in the Premier League?
You see, man, watch him in some of the game them. And the youth play above his age. So we can only imagine how good he's gonna be at even say 21, 22. So I could just give him time and stop talk about him too short or him too. You know what I mean? Him smart enough and him good enough. But
me personally,
just
no.
give him time.
Me personally, I see them want to see him. Either see them or right back. There's someone see him. I've seen him play in a back three when he play on the right hand side. He play as a sweeper. He play on the left hand side as well because he can use both foot. Me see him play in a Manning Cup in a CDM position, but then them push him back. I don't know why them push him back. Don't know why them push him back. But me personally, I love to see him there.
Yeah, but you don't he's an exceptional talent, you know.
Brilliant, man, brilliant. Somebody say him pay me.
No, sir.
No, sir. Yeah, but give me some money. Cause like since me I get the what they call it, me I get the branding already. You have to give me some money. I'm hungry now, man. I'm hungry time now, man. We need some money. Want some milk? And it.
Yeah,
Did they get a soup, you know? Yeah.
At 17-year-old man, and the man keep all them big Premier League players in check, man. Come on, man. You have to give the youth credit, man.
Oi, last night I watch him. I'm getting man a match last night again, you know. And basically almost every match him play, him almost get a man a match. The level of intelligence that him play with is way beyond his years. Way beyond his years. Him play like one 40-year-old defender.
I'll tell you something where people don't notice. You see, unlike Whisper, where when you talk to him just sound arrogant. You see, half the field, the youth is so calm and composed and intelligent, man. You have to give him credit, man. We don't necessarily have to use the comparison still, no. We cannot speak about him without comparing other people. But I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, afford the argument. The start.
Yeah, but you know, just give him time and we will see. So that's my 2 cents, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Agree. Bless up, man. Bless up.
So military. There's levels to this thing. There's levels to this thing, right? When you see a player, you want to have a professional career. So if you want him to play in the JPL and earn $15,000 to $30,000 a month, fine, go right ahead. I am saying, with the arguments and things that you have described, shouldn't he be looking for a career in the championship, the MLS, Spain, Belgium?
Yeah, but you have to remember
Russia. Hold on. Let me answer.
So many of us don't know what is in store for him as yet. He's just 17. He's just 17-year-old. He can't sign a professional contract.
Wait. I keep hearing people with this. Go back and look how old Wayne Rooney was and Michael Owen were when they signed professional contracts.
Yeah, where are they playing? Where them born?
How old was Jude Bellingham when he signed for?
But we're in born. European players can sign from 16 years of age. Outside of Europe, you have to be 18 before you can.
If only Europe football player, he can sign in the MX League One. There's no restriction in the MS League One. There's no restriction in the MLS.
Yeah, but what if? Remember I said no, going to the MLS, going to the USL and these places, you know.
Well, I've never mentioned USL.
I am saying
Mexican,
going to these places.
Liga, MX.
Yeah, but going to these places is not cataract. You basically kill yourself. Kill a career. Kill a career.
So Raul Jimenez kill himself? Cuauhtemoc Blanco?
All right.
Rafael Marquez?
But how often you see it?
You know why those a lot of Mexican players don't leave Mexico? Because it's a well-paid league. It pays better than the Argentinian league. So very many Mexican players aren't swatted away to the Argentinian league. Like
Martin Baker, 17-year-old cannot sign a professional contract who's outside of Europe. A 17-year-old cannot sign a professional contract who was born outside of Europe. A European 17-year-old can sign a professional contract because of their age of consent. I think their age of consent is 16.
MG don't have a draft for the whisper situation.
But we want to sign a professional
No,
contract.
he has to wait until he's 18, but he's a non-European player. I am
Exactly.
saying with him.
Real Madrid
No,
purchase and
MG,
ball
no,
down
MG,
in
MG,
Palmeiras.
MG, we know that, but I'm just saying, persons are just going to want to allude to the fact that we.
Yeah, but you can't. That's what I correct them. That's what I correct them. I tell them say, once you're born outside of Europe, you have to be 18 years or older before you can sign a professional contract. A European player now
in Europe,
it's different.
In Europe, but I'm saying they are top tier leagues that exist outside of Europe. You'd have to be 18 to sign a professional contract in Brazil. Go and look in the Brazilian, the top league, when it used to show on Sports Max. You had 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds who were signed. Botafogo, Santos, Gremio. There were even two Jamaicans. What happened to them? Who signed and went down there? What happened to them?
They came back.
So
no, but you remember now, sir.
So all I'm saying.
Yeah. I get
what Katarak is saying, because I think the idea of the conversation with the same thing with a player now that's in the Reggae Boy team now. Being in the country too long, I can see where his development has kind of been somewhat stagnated.
It can regress. It can regress. I agree. 100%. It can regress.
I think that's what Katarak is meaning. Even if you can't go to Europe, go somewhere.
Another top league.
Another footballing facility where you can focus on your football, you can work on your development. But because it's clear that in Jamaica, it won't happen. Because persons won't see you in Jamaica. It's hard to see you. Unless you have a top quality agent, you have links, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's not going to see you because nobody's really going to watch the JPL. So I get what Katarak is saying. Go to Mexico, go to Brazil, go to Argentina. Go somewhere where somebody will see you and you can work on your game.
I agree.
Doing that the entire time.
I agree. And as I said, there are other top leagues that you can go. Alright, so Liga MX. I do think that Liga MX is a high league. But I'm not sure how often you see Jamaicans go Liga MX.
And we have to investigate why that doesn't happen. And the fact is that in terms of Liga MX, Siobhan, that's one of the reasons. The other is, if you look in Liga MX, right, which I used to watch from time to time, right? There are no B licensed coaches in Liga MX.
No. Right. We never forgot to that. But the thing is, what I talk about the player future.
Hold on now. Hold on now. In Liga MX, every single coach is a pro licensed coach. Every single one of them. Pachuca, Tigres, Cruz Azul, Guadalajara, all of them. You name them down. They are pro licensed coaches. Many of them are overseas coaches from Argentina, Chile, Peru, their training. So the youngster would be exposed to the highest level of training and development. Their medical facilities, their training facilities, the training ground, you have 4 or 5 pitch. You know, run up and down in Rockstone. Right? So I'm saying the trajectory for your development when you're outside of Jamaica is greater because we don't have all the ducks in a row in place to develop domestically born Jamaican players domestically. We don't have that infrastructure. We must have developed the player them from St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Vincent. They must have come here, sir. And our players must go somewhere else where they are the best medical, nutrition, because all of those things go into developing a 17-year-old. That's my point.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now saying unless football 90 in the background. Football 90, what gone? Sir Lambert. You hear we?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on? What's your thoughts on this whole shebang that we're discussing right now?
Listening. Period, big up yourself. Cataract.
Bless
my respect as well. it's the reality that we face, in Jamaica. We always question the mechanisms that are in place for our players, to exceed beyond their own expectation. And you heard, earlier, the discussion was about Blake. I agree. I think he is the experience. Is showing a level like he has been playing for a long time, and I think that comes with background work, and you can see which club or team he was affiliated with in his earlier days would have been doing some core principles. Whether especially in the defensive area where he is so dominant, and I'm just impressive with the youngster. I believe that he needs to get opportunities just like other players who would have gotten opportunity at the national level, because this can only do him good. And based on what we have seen at the schoolboy level and also against professional players, is that he's doing extraordinary well. So he needs the opportunity. So why not give him? I hope persons are watching, just like how we here are having this discussion and seeing the talent that these youngsters have. I hope there's persons watching and say, hey, this youngster deserve an opportunity. As it relates to the overall project, the overall relation where the program, everything is concerned, it is still a work in progress. Are we in a better position than a couple months ago or a couple years ago? Not so much in my eyes. I think there's a lot of work to get done. But the recent national, friendlies, I would have loved to see, some schoolboy talents, getting some exposure there as well. Probably a 3 or 2. You can see it in Europe, and not only in Europe, but even in the, in the national teams right across. You see they have some 18-year-olds, some 17-year-olds. Giving them some opportunity that yes, you can come here and and achieve something. So I'm really disappointed in that aspect. We need to see young players, because we have a lot of talented players who would have gone through the schoolboy football runs. I'm not saying they have to get an opportunity, but I would expect there should be a mechanism in place for those players to get some exposure at the national and the senior level as well.
But football and I disagree with you wholeheartedly on 2 things. I think this coach has bent over backwards. Akeem Bernard, a schoolboy goalkeeper, was brought in to the Trinidad, the Trinidad, and even trained with the team. When for the game in the stadium, right? Dujon Richards is a schoolboy player, just finished playing Manning Cup for KC. So there are 2 right away.
And the goalkeeper,
goalkeeper, Atib Hutchinson,
18 years old,
who was Dintil, right? Am I correct? Dintil?
Yeah.
Yes, good. So they are the 3. So sometimes I think our eyes are closed. The coach has looked around and he has seen who he wants to draft in. And the national team is not a shopping window or exposure window. Matriculation must be from schoolboy football into the Jamaica Premier League.
All right, question, Cataract.
At the Jamaica Premier League.
Well, and Cataract, give me a second there. The aspect of art. So this is what would I agree with you. Yes, I also agree. Cause both parties can be right in my perspective. I think what Coach Lambert said, where the experience at national level. So for example, the aspect of the weekly camp. The aspect of the weekly camp, and you call it consistently the core players that the coach said, okay, these players are the players that I'm always looking at these players because they are above the average player in the Jamaica Premier League. Then now you have these youngsters who are brilliantly, well talented, in and around, coming even once a week or something like that, just to see what for them to get the experience of the level that is being played, that is playing right there. So for example, you have a camp, you have the if these guys are still there, the Lamar Walkers, the Richard King, Trivante Stewart, Jamai Tope. These players were always in and around the national setup. So when you're calling the camp now, the local camp, which is a weekly thing, like 2 times weekly, that's where you have the best of the best youngsters in the country going amongst them to understand the aspect of what it takes to be at this level. Because more than like these youngsters, it's not schoolboy football they'll be playing anymore. They'll be playing in the Premier League just the same. Like you have the Satchwell, the Romain Blake, the Malachi Douglas, Okima Jones, the Brian Burkett. These are the talented youngsters who are playing in the Premier League. Nathaniel Gowe, Nakil Wright. These are the brilliant, even Ronaldo, what's his name again, man? Barrett, Jamani Bell. So these players get at 1 and 2 opportunities to come amongst the big men to see the level that they are at. Not saying that they are going to go to play like a Mexico match is coming up and you have these youngsters coming in. No, we're talking about the weekly camp just to keep them in and around the national setup. Let them understand the level that is required for them to be. And when you have them at that level playing in timing week in, week out, they would understand what is required of them to play at that particular level. So I understand what you're saying now. Then when you come on to the Mexico, going to play against a Mexico, come on, you know you're gonna if any JPL player is gonna come, you know you're gonna pick the top of the top. If a 4 of them, if a 3 of them, if even 2 of them or 1 of them, you're gonna pick the top one who stand out the most, or the top 2, the top 3 stand out the most to come with the squad. If that is going to be the case, if they're going to bring anyone with the squad.
Because it's not picking a top player, you know, because I don't know what this top player thing is. It's a player who is in a position for which you don't have a better player available at a playing in a higher league, right? So you might have a top striker, but we have Mikel Antonio, we have Kemar Roof, we have Boza.
So if you're lucky, if you're short in the right back position, you find the best right back you can at least have him amongst them.
That the coach believes, right? Because who might be the best? For example, everybody agrees that Harry Maguire and John Stones are not the 2 best centre backs in the EPL.
Agree.
They're not even the 2 best English born centre backs or eligible centre backs in the EPL. However, Gareth Southgate rates them for his team. So people like Lewis Dunk, James Tchaikovsky, Connor Cody, enough man just is a salt because that's not what the coach is looking for. So these players, the coach, I believe, has been fair in looking around the island at the Premier League, which is your highest level of football. And I just want to remind us that we hyped up our schoolboy and everything, and they went to Guatemala and could not qualify us for the age group.
And why is that?
Because when you're looking at somebody, when you are looking at someone, because they came up playing against players who were semi-pro and professional, who that's what they do every day, twice a day, they train. The players in the United States are at their elite academies, their MLS academies. There was nobody from Fort Lauderdale High School playing for the United States. Chicago Fire, New York Red Bulls, LAFC, LA Galaxy, Cincinnati, right?
We're playing football. Kataraki goes back, because remember the same thing.
They're not playing football for 3 months for the year.
Yeah.
We had players in there who were knocked out in the knockout stage of the Da Costa Cup, which meant they hadn't kicked a ball in anger since November.
So how do we get to that level?
No, and I'm saying to you, they what I understood from Mr. and I'm going to break and allow someone else. What I understood from Mr. Speed today when he spoke on Management's program is that the ruling philosophy is that they will not be taking amateur players to try to qualify for professional tournaments. And therefore, the players must be at least semi-pro, meaning in the JPL, week in, week out. But our best JPL players were selected to make a squad. I don't know, we can't score a goal against Trinidad. The players that we are saying,
but Cataract. Hold on, Cataract.
Big Clemson.
In the same sense, not Cataract. But Cataract, listen to Cataract. In the same sense, think about this now. In the same sense, a player that is played in the Premier League, English Premier League, Chelsea Academy, Arsenal Football Club, was put on one of the worst performances we have seen. So
Yes,
how would you
but
justify that
that's
performance then?
I'm not justify the performance. Amari Hutchinson's performance in the second game. That's what we're using.
No, what I'm saying is that no. If you should use a belt to beat one, should you only beat one or should you beat all?
No, I am not using a belt to beat one or beat
Good,
all.
but we couldn't score and we had.
Hold
on, Cataract. Hold on. All right, so hold on, Cataract. Hold on,
You asked me a
Cataract.
question and
Cataract,
then
give me a
I
second,
get
Cataract.
a chance to answer.
Just give me a second, Cataract. Me I go answer your question. But I'm going to bring up something, show you. I'm going to bring up something, show you, Cataract. In the same sense, these are the players. You say no, we couldn't score a goal and we bring cross the best players we have in the JPL. I'm going to bring cross something, show you. Let me see if I can find the team. And the team sheet I'm going to look for. I'm going to show the players that played in that game.
I can tell them out of my head.
Right across.
So that
is why
we
Tyler
should not
Roberts.
consider our players for these opportunities?
No. Please listen to what I'm saying and don't extrapolate. I am saying to you. No, I'm saying to you. I asked a question which I want to answer. I'm saying when you say big striker this, big striker that, remember it's in a context.
To the Premier League, right? To the local Premier League.
Yes, you're big for the local Premier League, but one step above that. And we were seeing glaring deficiencies. Not that man a waste, man a rocks, but that there needs to be work done. Right? Our top goal scorer, one of them, Colin Anderson, hard runner, hard working, give his heart to everything. But can't control a ball to save his life with his first touch.
Good. But Cataract, can't you just as you can? Well, on Cataract, you isolate Colin Anderson. Isolate just to see him with Omar Hutchinson.
I'm not picking on no man. Just to hear the.
You're not pick, but I'm saying since you can isolate. No, Cataract, man. I don't think you're being fair, Cataract. I don't think you're being fair. Let me tell you why I don't think you're being fair. You're speaking about. Well, on Cataract, give me a second, Cataract, please. You're speaking about how poorly the team performance against Trinidad over both legs. Listen to what I said. The toe leg, Cataract, you said the toe leg, we couldn't score a goal. But in the same sense, we had players in that team who have been playing at the highest level for years.
Which did not do anything.
And then didn't do anything as well.
All right, you want to finish? And I'll tell you.
Good. Sorry, hold on now. Ravel Morrison.
Hold on now.
You
had players who, at that level, Ravel Morrison was disappointed over two legs. And when he went to Mexico, he was even worse. But he has been asked to play out of position. So keep the context, right? The junior players who came from England, the four of them, Dexter Lembekisi, Delano Splat, Delano is 17 years old. I put him on the same grid with Whisper, right, at 17. Those are players who are coming to dip their toe in the water, right? Now,
tell me the other experienced players that are in the squad now. Trivante squad first call up. Colin Anderson first. Same players that we are talking about now. Colin Anderson first international match.
How old is Colin Anderson?
21.
Good.
Trivante squad 22. Think about 23. So, no, but I'm saying it's just the same as Cataract is their first international duty same way. It's their first international game same way. So what the stick where you use beat them people there?
I'm not beating anybody, man. Just stop that. I am saying it's an assessment. I am saying to you, when you said Romy and Blake step with this because him locked down the big strikers them in the JPL. They are average players. They're average strikers, brother.
But me not deny that. I'm not denying that, you know.
No. So I am
Cataract.
saying to you, so when you
Me
take
not deny say them
another,
average.
when you take another step up, you what you can do against an average striker, or what you can do against an average defender, right? Or a defender that's slow. It doesn't matter if the ball goes 5 meters from you when you try to control it. But when you step up and up another level, if the ball go even 1 foot away from you, they take it off your toe.
I agree. Cataract, listen, all right, yes,
So
you
then
go.
when you
Cataract,
look good
yes.
at... When,
Cataract, hold on,
let me
Cataract, you're not
finish.
giving me a chance on Cataract. What I'm saying, no, you see, though, I am agreeing with you. All I'm saying is, since you can say that, yes, he's playing against average strikers, so that's the context. So with him looking that good, it's a different thing when he's coming up against better players. What I'm saying here is this. Many of us don't know the defenders them in Trinidad backline. Many of us don't know. But look how well they handle the likes of Omari Hutchinson, top talent. The midfielders them in Trinidad team, how they handle Ravel Morrison, top talent. All the strikers for Trinidad, they run at Mariapa, who says a veteran, seasoned veteran. Or the wing backs them would run at Lembikisa. What I'm saying that it goes both ways. So people are gonna tell me say, boy, the pitch never turn good, but the 22 players up on the pitch, and no one player, so it don't really matter. And 22 players up on the pitch.
Never turn good.
No, for the first leg, the pitch never did.
The first leg pitch, you did not hear that out of my mouth.
No man, no. Me never say you. Me say, that's what people have said. So people start build excuses. What I'm saying is this. You see, football, in the world of football, you can see a player. Like, for example, let me give you a perfect example. When you look at N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, at 21 years old, are playing non-league football. Non-league football. What if, just what if, the scout was seeing him said, no man, he not play at no level. So, me not really go focus on him. There will be no N'Golo Kante now. The title will Leicester City win. What are the chances of them winning that title without N'Golo Kante? There are there are footballing gems every single where in the world. They might look like, say, they might play in one small tier league down there, so. They might play one little bush corner down there, so. But the problem is now, how do you nurture that particular gem? If we should follow the platform of only picking players that is playing at a particular level, and that is the only way to go forward. Listen to me now. Me not about Jamaican football. In general context, in the football now world. You know what happened in the football now world? The top tier leagues them are just a take baller from the same place them. There will be no Martinelli from way down there, so. There'll be no N'Golo Kante what they from way down there, so. There will be none of them. There's no JB Vardy what start play professional football at both age 26. There'll be none of them players there. So what I'm saying is, in the world we live in right now, there are players, top talents in every cribbles and corner in the JPL we are talking about. In the league down a bush down there, so. Down at the league what FC Copa there. Down whatever league, there are players down there who are unearthly gems just waiting for the opportunity for a scout see them and say, come, this is you're going in our right system, a system that suits you, a system that can elevate you to the next level. If we should follow the template and say, boy, because them a play at that level, me not gonna look upon them. Because them a play at that level, me not gonna look upon them. So what I'm saying is this. A player like Romain Blake, because this is how we come up. Because I say he might play against average players, it does not take away the quality that he possesses and the quality that he shows. Now just imagine if he get the opportunity. He can flop, but he also can excel in one better player that would never expect him to reach. So it's all about the opportunity that is given. Khadija Shaw said this, and when Khadija said in our interview, Khadija Shaw said when she was leaving Jamaica, she was not leaving Jamaica as the best female striker in Jamaica. She was not leaving Jamaica as that. She left Jamaica as one of the female strikers who got the opportunity to leave. She said when she left, there were better players than her. Liam Bailey even said in his interview that when he was younger, he was not the best player. He was not the best player, but he got the opportunity. So it's about opportunity and who take that opportunity with the mental capacity that, hey, this is my chance and I will make it count. It's about opportunity.
MG.
And not everyone
MG.
get the opportunity.
FG brother, you're making a nice political speech. Here comes to reality.
Yeah, what reality?
In the Premier League, there's some, or in mathematics, there's something called the 80-20 rule.
Tell me.
Right? 80% of the elite of the players starting in the Premier League were developed at elite academies. Less than 20% of them came up through the non-league rank. As a matter of fact, you can. I am telling you that there are not 22 players in the Premier League who are starters who came through the non-league ranks, right? So you can identify an exception to the rule or an anomaly, but you don't build a system based on anomalies.
No, you miss the point of me.
Notice I'm a pause and listen to you.
No, but because you miss the point of me.
No, I'm saying to you that if you have technical flaws at a particular level, as you go up the ranks, those flaws become even more glaring to the world because the competition that you are playing against are of a higher standard.
Oh, stop right there. Listen this now. If you have technical flaws, Cataract, so Cataract, let me give you an example now. Cataract, me and you, me could put yourself in Jamaican football. Me and you are play Division 1. Me and you are play Division 1. Guess what now, no? You are strike, me a strike. I'm not technical, but I'm a very good finisher. You are way more technical, but guess what? You're not that good at finishing. And guess what now, no? The coach, one coach for Premier League, say Coach Water see me and say, good finisher, me can work on his technical ability. Bring him in a squad. First season, look like rubbish. Cause guess what? As I say, the level gets higher. Which I got showcase my lack of technical ability at that point in time. But guess what no? Because me no start play at a higher level, me start get higher training. Me start get better training. And because me start get better training, me start adapt to the level that I'm at right now. So my initial finishing start get better. My technical ability in which I lack. My technical ability when me lack start improve significantly because me at a higher level I get higher training. So guess what I'm now? Me now start develop on my technical ability. Me already have the finishing as a striker. So me start second season, me start banging the goals them. And I become unplayable. But guess what now? You was still there, so who is more technical but couldn't finish. No one saw you and said, boy, I couldn't work by a finish. So guess what now? You still play Division 1 till you whatever. Me, I play Premier League just 2 seasons. And because me excel so fast, me gone overseas go and play because clubs overseas see me. It's about the opportunity, Cataract. It doesn't necessarily mean, say, because you have this flaw right now, you cannot improve on it. Because the higher you go, the higher your training regime, the higher quality players you go up against, which means that you must eventually improve unless you don't want to improve. So the mental factor of football, that is where it comes in place now. So football is not just 1 + 1 = 2. There's so much factors to it. So much factors, Cataract. I mean, understand the concept where I come from, you know. That is the reason I put it in layman terms to explain, say, me and you start from ground zero, and because me get the opportunity, me excel far away before you. And guess what? Me couldn't be a ground zero with the same amount of goals. But because the coach see me and say, no man, he might go fit my system. Because long time I want a fast striker who can finish, even though I'm not technical. So I'm going to work on his technical ability and in fast. But guess what? You're not so fast, but you're very good at finishing. The coach said, yes, he's good at finishing. But guess what the problem now? Me need a striker who can run the channel to me and hit the back of the net. So he can choose me over you. He choose me over you. And you're way more technical now. But guess what? And me get the opportunity. And me improve, so me get better, get way more technical than you because me a play ball at a higher level. And me finishing supersede for you. And guess what? Within a year or so, me gone. Me gone. So that is what I'm talking about. That is the reason now. When I look on a Martinelli, who is coming from the 5th division in a Brazil, 5th division, cage football, then see Martinelli a player. And pick him up, come in the Premier League, first season, make him machine. Play amongst the under 17s in the club. Boom. After that, come to the first team. Couldn't get no game because, he still have a lot to learn. But look at it, where is it right now? So it's all about the opportunity. What if this scout never see me and say, boy, I know him have something though. Him have that passion, he have a burning passion, he have a desire. All that train hard, all that work hard. So that is how it goes sometime.
So you're saying that Martinelli came to the Premier League with technical flaws?
Wholly for technical cataract. Wholly for technical flaws.
I'm asking.
I'm telling me know him.
Hold on.
First,
Remember,
Martinelli, he outrun himself. He never technically good. With 2 feet, dribbling on the ball, control in touching heavy, all that kind of something there. Even though him still ahead, raw talent ahead of the academy players them. That is the reason they bring him in at the first team for training with the first team players them, so he can get a higher level of training with the first team.
All right. So what I want to ask you then, in the last, and other man there, some more your other viewpoint.
Yeah.
You take a player like Colin Anderson and Travante Stewart, 22 and 23. A scout looks at them and brings them to a director of football and says, here's a player who scored 10 goals in the Jamaican league and, are going to, he has a little flaws here and all the man need is a boss and an opportunity. And by the time he fixes those, he's age 24 or 25.
No, you can't say that,
right?
You can't say that.
He could be.
You don't know how fast he's going to progress.
Hold on. He could be. If he's at 23, where's he going to fix it? He's going to be what, 21 when he fixes it?
But cataract, as we don't tell us, no. At age
23.
Cataract, at age 22, 23, N'Golo Kante.
No, not 22, 23. I'm talking about 2 players.
N'Golo Kante and something there, and Jamie Vardy are playing non-league football at that particular age. At that age, Cataract, you're playing non-league football. How long it take them between the time period if it become a leading goal scorer in the Premier League and something there, and a win Premier League title?
Jamie Vardy came up through the leagues.
Cataract, man.
Right. But I am saying to you, just listen to what I say to you. Just listen to me.
All right, me here.
You are at 23. Let me take 23. So we don't have no confusion. So Travante Stewart, 23. Right? He has deficiencies in his game. He can't correct those deficiencies before he's age 24. Because you do, it's not Benjamin Button. You're not getting younger.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody else finds a striker in Chile who is age 17, who has the same deficiencies, who could take the same 1 year to correct those deficiencies. But by the time they're corrected, he's age 18. The value of that player is greater than the 24-year-old who now is gone into his prime, and when you're trying to sell him on, you go and get less for him. So it's a matter of economics.
No, not all the time, Catter. Not all the time. Catter, you got economics.
So you're saying, and I'm going to stop here. So we're doing good. So you're saying that if a club sees 2 players with similar deficiencies, they're going to
economics. But we never did talk about football.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm saying to you, if a club sees a player, 2 players around the world with equal deficiencies, right? Let's say heavy first touch and poor finishing, that they are going to invest the money to bring the older player rather than the younger player, because that is counterintuitive.
Cataract, you see, this is what I say, Cataract. You've gone into football finances. I'm talking about talent, and the reason I'm using the reference was solely on the basis of I'm sure that talent is everywhere. It boils down to what the scout see and what the scout want. A scout can listen. All right, for example.
Yeah, but a club has many scouts, MG. They have many scouts. There's many players.
And they have different factors when they must scout a player. Not all scouts are scouting player for the same purpose.
I think you're incorrect. When the coach says, I need a target man I need a target man who can hold up the play, or I need a winger who can cross the ball well. Because I have
if the
a
coach said he
6'6"
want him
target
to
man.
be, he want a target man, age 23.
No, man, no.
Listen,
I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Just hear the question now. The coach has a 6'6" forward, Haaland, and he is building the team around him. He sends out all the scouts to go and look around the world, look domestically to find a right winger who can provide the crosses for the $20 million or the $5 million pound striker, right? They go out with the same script from the club. The club don't tell you to go and look for one man where can't cross and you go look for a winger that pacey. They have a profile of the player that they're looking for.
And I don't disagree. Katrak, I do not disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. What I am saying is in reference to what the coach want, what the scout is looking for. So if the scout say I look for one, the coach say you are going. I want one target striker. 6'6", big, powerful, fast, technical, can put the ball in the back of the net. I want him to be in the age between the bracket 20 to 23. You think, say the scout, I go pick up one 16-year-old, even though this coach say want a target striker like that, because they want a player who can try bedding right now. You think the scout I go for one 16-year-old? Like we lose Cataract.
No, I'm right here.
Oh yeah, so I'm saying if you think the scout are gonna do that, or the scout are gonna do what the coach say.
Which is what?
Get the target striker between age 20 to 23.
Yes, but if they wouldn't tell it between age 20 to 23.
Why not?
Because then you have a director of football who is responsible for balancing the books. That says if we bring in a 35-year-old target striker.
You see that you're going back in the economics.
Hold on,
you're going back in the economics, Cataract. We're not talking about football.
Football is
you're
a
talking about the
business.
books now.
That's what you're missing. Football is a
Cataract,
business.
you can't say me missing it. Cataract, if the club have the money, if you say, we want, that is what we want right now. We have striker, we have academy, we have a striker in the academy who we want to bring through, but we want to give him time. But he's the one who we want to bring through. But we need to get a striker now who is a bit further in development. How you counter? How you counter that?
That makes somebody else talk. Let me not get into it. I am telling you that even at the highest level, players have deficiencies. Look, for example, what's his name? Where's the striker there at Chelsea? Romelu Lukaku, right? And as you might be quite fine when you're playing with one set of players, and the expectation is different. But when you reach to a Chelsea and you can't score at the level the rate that they are expecting because their expectations are different. You drop off the wagon. So,
all right, yeah. Some people in the comment section, people in the comment section talk about local football. John, sir, people we never talk about what about overseas and player development and talent and everything. And we go into local football. Yeah. People, nobody the foolishness, man. Yeah, where I say.
Yeah, but evening about. Yeah, what more you want to ask Cataract, you know? We just want to know why views, you know, on including local players in the national setup. If you believe that the players them really, we can never we have any player probably currently playing in the JPL, we're probably fit. We probably, you know, will ever earn the right to be a part of the national team.
Okay. So let me tell you. Let me start here. Before Anthony Grant, my two favorite reggae boys was Steve Shorty Malcolm and Ian Pepe Goodis. Right? Those are the two shirts that I have, number 2 and number 5. I don't own another shirt, Jamaican shirt, until Grant came and played for the side. So let me just tell you my history, where I'm coming from. I 100% endorse the coach in having weekly camps, some targeted midfielder camp, goalkeeping camp, defenders camp, striker camp, whole team camps of domestic based players that he can assess them, He can send them back to the club with homework. All right, you go work on this, you go work on that, right? And bringing those players up to a level that they can compete for a place in the national team. No player, whether you play in the Premier League, or you play in the MLS, or you play in Serie A, or you play in Manning Cup, must have an automatic right to a national team place. The places must be earned and fought for. That's
but one
my
more ask.
So I have no problem with the coach if he sees a player and believes that player fits the mold that he's looking for and can do the job that the coach wants. None whatsoever. The coach must have a free rein.
Yeah, I'm not talking the coach. I'm not talking the coach view in a cataract. What may I say is that based on my understanding, well, I guess you're kind of sound different now, is that a coach can assess the player, them, look at the player, them, look at them flaws, guide them, and the players them are playing in the JPL, and you don't necessarily see the flaws in a JPL. I see what hard to say because the pitch probably, the service is not proper, so it's hard to judge them how have they been improving. How you are really look for say for instance, I call a Blake where a player good in the JPL, 17-year-old. Is like what may I get from you is that until this player go overseas, he will never be good enough to play in a national team.
You're missing what I'm saying totally. I am saying that remaining in the JPL hinders his development, and he needs to get out of the JPL as fast as possible.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. I agree with that, Cataract.
So this has nothing to do with
every ball,
team.
even King. Nobody know. I don't think when they argue about the player them need to leave or them need to stay back.
But that is what I can say.
You make it sound like the players them when you compare the Trinidad team, you start with all the domestic player them alone. When we have other overseas player that pretty much never look at a higher level than that me I get am feel that military I get.
Exactly.
Other players were there, brother, with a player at a higher level, brother, and they did look much better than the local players.
You're telling me that Dexter Lembekisi didn't look much better than the local right back?
Yes, he did.
Not at a far distance. Yes, him not look bad military, but I think that he had a better. I believe that him look even much better. Him have a good game, Not get me wrong. But in the Mexico game, I think that he looked better. Mexico.
And he was playing on a better surface. He was playing on a wider regulation field because capturing
that's an advantage.
Is at the smaller end of the field on the size. Because you can be 80 meters wide.
So what you saying now in a Cataract? Make it say he had a disadvantage playing at catching out. So what if our local player them have a disadvantage?
22 players who are playing there. Let me finish now. I'm saying that a player playing at the Azteca, I have been there 3 times in my life. It is impeccable. It is impeccable. They don't have one grass return back with.
No, man, but you're not talking straight.
No, let's hear what I'm saying.
Counteract it. That he must say. So they had same advantage. So it was an advantage for him.
No, sir. Listen what I'm saying now.
You're not clear,
I'm saying that, let me be clear. Mm-hmm. He demonstrated some things at Catherine Hall. He demonstrated potential at the National Stadium. Mm-hmm. And when he went to Mexico, we saw the full potential of Dexter Lembekisi.
Agree.
Right? And I'm saying that part of the reason that you would have seen that, part of the reason is that he is playing on a field that is similar size to Molyneux.
All right, so question now. What is Leon Bailey's excuse or reason why I'm putting a performance like that?
I don't know. God knows. I don't know.
Very interesting. Really, really interesting.
I believe.
So me talk about Cataract.
Hold on. I believe.
It is not as simple as how you make it seem. It is very objective. It's really, really objective. Lembekisi played 2 games in Jamaica. You could see the potential. When he went to Mexico, you saw the full potential. But guess what? Leon Bailey, who's playing at a higher level than Lembi Kisa, look way worse than Lembi Kisa, who's playing at a lower level. Lembi Kisa he plays League Cup under 23s for Wolverhampton. Leon Bailey plays a start week in, week out for Aston Villa. I played Europa League, Champions League, and he looks significantly poorer than Lembi Kisa. So what is the contrast there?
If we even whisper, they go and whisper play like how Leon play, that's even that's a poor performance. He will play whenever ever play 1 minute in the JPL.
But you notice, because people say I'm fight against someone who won the whole squad for England. Did you hear me? Let me make it clear. If I were selecting a squad, which I can't, Dujon Richards would have been in my squad, because I believe that coming on in the second half, in that dying minutes, a player that's running directly at the Mexican things, frightening the living Jesus out of them, would have opened up the game.
Yeah, Cataract, I agree with you. I feel say if I mean, but I want him there on the side. But what more ask, you know?
If he didn't bring Leon Bailey, if he didn't bring Dujon, a player like CFS, but I could understand why CFS didn't come in, because he has never been in any team that the coach has had. Kaim Paris. Pardon me?
I want to ask, you know. Yeah, I agree say Leon Bailey for go, you know. But some of the issues,
it's not for go, you know. It's not for go. Leon Bailey and I'm sure the coach read him the riot act. Because
I want to ask something, Cataract. Why you think Leon Bailey whisper though for merit being included in the team of Mexico though? In your view, more here. I agree, same sure going, but more know why you think him do for merit it.
In the 2 games that I watched him play against big men for the first time in my life, I've seen him play against schoolboys. I was at George's military, didn't see me down there when KC played George's. I see him play against Pickney. Against big men, he demonstrated a maturity. He also demonstrated some immature errors, but you have to give a kid what they call youthful exuberance, right? He was willing to run directly at players, and I believe that is a feature that translates well into international football. Players that run at players, James Maddison, for example, for England, people will always be calling for them. When Maddison got his opportunity against Ukraine, if you guys got a chance to watch the game, because I had to watch it because I had to see Mr. Tree Touch, Mr. 10 Minutes, Ivan Toney. Boy, do you look like a fool. Every time I go up area, I'm going to say it. But when you look at those players, that translates into international football. He was one of the 3 best domestic-based players on the pitch, alongside Busy Atkinson and Kemar Foster, the goalkeeper.
But what more go back to now, Cataract, is that more you say based on what you see him do at the level against Trinidad.
Yes.
Because he get an opportunity, right? If he never get the opportunity, you would say he merit it if we never play the Trinidad game.
No.
So we are say a man like a Blake. You cannot say him no. We can't say him. We not say merit it.
I have seen Blake play. Hold on, I have seen Blake play in the under-20 World Cup qualifiers. Whisper wasn't given that opportunity.
Yeah, but what's your take on him?
You're not going to look on to under 27 because him plays in under him can't. Would you say that maybe he has improved?
God, I am not condemning the young man. I'm not saying he can't play. So let me ask a question. Which of the 4 central defenders, that went to Mexico would you not have carried and carried Romain Blake?
No, I never say Blake for carry, no. I never say him for carry, but me say is that me hear like military wants the national team me need for probably getting in and looking even when we are play like the domestic we are play some matches in the non-FIFA date. But me feel like say you get an impression say why I'm not there in Mexico, why I'm not playing like he need to go overseas. No man, I know you me are talking in the military. Me I say Cataract is like him what Romain Blake have to do before he merit it is like him have to go overseas, you know. You can't correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the impression I get.
So then how would I say players who are playing domestically, Kemar Foster merits his place as a goalkeeper. Merit it. So please don't just draw it up. Me clear about what I'm saying now. It's on merit. So how would I sit somewhere where the coach is looking at the league? The coach is looking at the league, and the coach feel I'm not ready to call this player to come into my camp and into my domestic setup. And me if I say coach, the coach for calling me. The coach is obviously not seeing something that he's seeing.
Cataract, you understand me saying. I said the man forget in his side, Cataract.
No, man, you said that domestic camp, the 30-man camp, when I'm calling up the 30-man camp. And I'm asking you, the defenders that I recall were Jamoy Topi, King, help me out. Jamoy Topi, King were the starting centre backs, right?
Topi, King, Cummins.
Cummins.
All right, so depends about the local game, the local camp.
We're not talking about the Trinidad matter.
No, man, we're not talking about the competitive matchup. Me specifically.
Trinidad game, the competitive matchup.
No, this is what I'm saying. All right, so we're going to finish off the argument, okay? We're going long on this. I was speaking about the local camps that the coach was having on a weekly basis. That's what I'm talking about. Because you have players in the local camp who get called week in, week out, who have been a part of the national setup for a long while. So they have that level of experience and all of these things. So I'm saying a young defender like him most definitely could get the opportunity to join one of those camps, to be around the players with the experience in that aspect of getting that level of experience himself. That's what I was saying. Basically.
So which central defender?
I'm not speaking about the local camp against Mexico. No, I'm talking about local camp in general.
The thing they might keep up arguing.
Yeah, man. Enough time central defender go like Romain Blake better than him.
No, man. Which central defender should he take his place?
No, yes, which one? Can I watch the league, man?
No, man. No. You're not going to get up now.
You're not watching the league, man. You're not watching the league.
No, you're not getting off because you think you're smart now, military. No, but tell me the name of the central defender who should be left out of the local camp called up next.
All right, so this is a ham cataract. It's not the same set of players who are being called.
The player name is not.
Just listen to Cataract, please. Listen to Cataract, please. It's not the same set of players that are called every single week in, week out. They are not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. If it was the same now, then there could be a problem. But I'm saying week in, week out, if a 30-man squad call, 80% of this, 60% of the squad is the same, then you have the other 40% were different players. I'm saying in that time period, in that 40% there, he could have gotten a look in, even when he can call on a regular basis. You're going to have the regular man like King, Tope, Cummins, probably, you're going to have some other defenders who we know who are playing at the league week in, week out. But there are other defenders who I believe can be selected. And also, for example, this season, let me tell you, this season, the best central midfielder, this best defensive midfielder in the JPL, with the most consistent, I should say, in the JPL, did not get called to go into the Trinidad game. The most consistent. He did not get called. He never get called. So that's what I'm saying. So sometimes I'm saying, in my perspective, from what I've seen, in my perspective, from what I've seen on a week in, week out basis, sometimes I believe that when the squad is selected, questions can be asked. Let me tell you, there's the central defensive midfielder at Arnett named Jamar Purcell. This season has been one of the best CDM, one of the best, most consistent CDM in the league. But yet still, he was not in the Trinidad squad. Many people might say, boy, this, that, whatever. But he has been one of the best. Andrew Vanzi, McCarthy. But I say go. I understand. But from my perspective, none of these players weren't called, and I believe that they could have been called. From my perspective. Means am I right? But me can also be right as well. It can be both. So what I'm saying is that when the camp them call up on a week in, week out basis, I do believe that Romain Blake can get the opportunity to go up there and showcase what he can do. Purcell, I must be about 23, 24. I think Purcell young man. Jamar Purcell young man. He has been one of the most consistent central defensive midfielders this season. For team, I probably make it team I with him most. Fresh God said, which most consistent centre back never gets selected? MJ. Call names. No, alright. So for me personally, at the start of the season, the first Fresh God said Purcell is 26, not 23. See there? I'm older. But we can tell you, quality CD. Start of the season, it was Shevai Watkins, King, Ming, Cummins, and one from Tivoli man, Penny Cook.
Odin Pennycook.
Penny Cook.
I think there's a centre back from Mount Pleasant who is scoring.
Dyer.
And another one who I think people say, God, his name slipped me. Travis Passia will get a chance to say centre back. But the coach had said that he maybe needs to look more on his defensive responsibility first.
Which club that?
Oh God, Mount Pleasant or Cavaliers?
I can't Mount Pleasant.
Cavaliers. I don't know.
But at the end of the day, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It must be. It don't have to be. But I just say. That is football. That's just football. You won't be able to see all the players, and I agree. But I'm just saying. He's one of the players that I would love to see get the opportunity to go against, to go amongst in the squad to see what is happening. Yes, Bravo Real Squadron. JPL quality does not equate international quality. I agree. Me never say money from JPL. I never say that. What me don't know nothing about the backside. RJ said coach pick who him want. Me agree. Pagan said okay, Faber McCarthy. Owen said patience MG. I'm a patient man. Fresh God said everybody cannot be selected and everybody now go impress the coach. Brother, me agree with that 100%. But definitely, I'm just saying I would love to see him get the opportunity. Me not say must go in there. Me not say if he train them now. Me not say that. Martin Baker said I really expect to see only 2 domestic players in the Gold Cup squad. To be honest, Upper said I don't mind Grimson teaching some of our game plan, the very basic of control and pass and move because our domestic coaches seem to can't get them to do the very basic. Fana Minant said some of them local old man ya now getting a call them no go make it. They're not gonna make it next year World Cup, so why call them? Fresh God said, oh, just read that. Malachi get called and never get called back. Neither was Jones. True. I don't know the reason. Mr. United said, you just have to listen, Guna. You will understand what he's saying. He's making sense. Mr. United, I never say no sense. I agree with everything when you say, but it's just that I'm saying me have a different perspective. Both can be right. This is football. Football is an objective game. A man can play defensively, get the result. A man can play attacking, expansive football and get the same result. That is football. Football is an objective sport. Mr. United said, from the Beckham time, Ding is a ball playing centre back. Malik said Pearson start for his club tonight, played 61 minutes. Pearson's actually doing good. Club come like a poster boy for the club. Every time I see them post him up. Clayton Moran said didn't major of the 98th team played locally. Did most of the 98th team? Yes. Blake have a lot of time. Him just need to continue improving. Travis said Skulic signed to Chelsea under 20 and not seen a team. Tope came back to Jamaica. That's his business. Whiskey said, I think the fitness level of the team needs to improve. Sham 60 better than Dyer. Cataract. Owen said, Clayton Marsh, different era now. The game has evolved. Kyle said, the local camp must continue. Though that is a good initiative. Thought it was a good initiative. Tyrus John said, what about Marlon Martin? Marlon Martin can't really get in a game now, even though they're playing a Lynx Cup and he going really good. Score one banger. Wicked goal. As I said, almost every JPL player me know a beer party ends them are all. JD DJ said 98 days passed and gone, will never work again. The overseas players came to save us. Sure improvement said Blake got another man of the match. Visky said I am with the team. We will get it together by Gold Cup. Alright, so gentlemen, I close off now. Mr. Lambert, you have anything to say before we close off? Got Lambert gone.
Give it there, man. Man, listen, man. A wise man listening increases learning. So I'm listening. As let me say, some interesting, points raised. Really like the fact that people are really buying into the whole thing in terms of the whole weekend camps. That is one of the things that can really get things going, because like you say, Cataract mentioned it, the mentality for example is the one that we really want to get right, and so we want to send the best signal, and so it is about time that they take on this initiative. I don't think it's a hard one. It is one that is really simple. It's just the structure, and like me say, we are still far off. But new coach, let's see what happens.
All right. Well said. Laneza.
Yeah, man. Bless up again, man. It's just that art. Yeah. So what me did say earlier, but I'll go back to it still. But it's just that I kind of get a little clearer understanding, because me just the feel say the man them must say Blake in order for him to get a little lucky in or something. It's like him have to go overseas or him have to do something different than where enough of the other ball them in the local JPL do still. But I guess we get a better understanding of that. But what I want to bring up, was on a different topic, Maybe it's probably, I don't know, at this, guess, I don't know if the coach can do that, but the spirit, the player them, the mentality of the player them, you upon the pitch, is that I expect a little bit. I don't know them need to invest like in a psychologist or something like so. Because the attitude, brother, with the team. But I just want to say, the man them look a little hungrier. I feel say when them play. In the color, right? When they play, when Arsenal play, and you see all Oligard or even Zakar, the man them a boost up, even Gabriel, brother. Cheer up the crowd, you see it for cheer them on and them something. You can see the spirit and see the hunger in them. I don't cuss with team, but I feel say we need a little extra. Because one thing with Jamaica, when it comes to even supporter, I can't even blame the supporter. Say we need to do more. Because when we go stadium, every man just sit down and watch game and drink liquor and just probably cuss too bad. Or if a man shift a man say, hey, you see. So we don't really have like not even an anthem, brother, not even a sing or something and a cheer and the play them. So I don't really feel that even that extra 12 man. Sometimes I don't feel that the player them really get it. And we are talking about we as fans, but we need to do something like that. When time people come in at the stadium, brother, the other team, the face of them for kind of afraid, brother. You see, them for know it's a hostile environment. The coach talk about going to Mexico, it's a hostile environment. We can't really say that about the stadium. If it's a hostile environment, for nobody come. Because we just sit down and if we can't see that goal and we're down, we don't see the fans, we don't see we as the fans that cheer on the team.
Lannersa, but he get hostile to Jamaican players.
Against the player them. You see it, so yeah. So we need to go forward that World Cup, brother. We have to go see how we can fix that. But as the man them they say probably the JFF have a part to play now, because Chevron and Cataract they said earlier say even just the name in the back of the jersey, you kinda have a little chemistry with the team. So we need to work on that. JFF have something to do too. And as I said before, we need probably a psychologist to motivate the player them, push the player them, brother. We need to see the player them with more attitude, like them hungry for the game, brother. Even Leon Bailey, if me feel say probably him really probably need to invest now one. Because me feel say him believe in himself, brother, but it's just that if people not believe in him, me feel say you can't see him on him attitude, brother. The man head down, the man you see it. So he need to work on that still. But as far as the team look, them look good going forward. I like how the coach look serious on the bench, no joke thing, and the man look like somebody we really can take control of the team. And for once in a while, you know, so when you always go Mexico, you always have the media host them talk about high altitude and this and that. And that's a mentality that, again, where affect the team, me feel. So you realize, so when I have that, when we go Mexico, I think we even spend probably 4 days good there. Right? And the man them still go out there. And you know, see, you can't say, I don't see no man tired or nothing like that, to tell you the truth. So I see a good performance. So, but them year they ask, when I talk about, probably we need to invest in it more. Yeah.
Interesting. Cataract.
Alright. Big up the panelists, big up the man them, big up every ultras, big up the man them who keep or come on a various platform. You know, cause this is part of the movement where we have to keep the football alive. And reasoning, everybody will have a different point of view. We don't have all the answers, we don't know everything, but it's good to hear some other man point of view still. I don't want no hungry player on my team, brother. Remember, so one time when Simons did come and then he test the player, then they have worms. So I want some well-fed man. But we know he has said no bad, bro, but we could have bet that one that slip. But I thought the player showed a lot of heart and grit. If you look at Dimelo, he was pissed that he was being substituted. And he was attacked by that Mexican with a knee that I would have been proud of in my fighting days. Couple ribs bruised and damaged or something, I can tell you. Daniel Johnson didn't look pleased at being substituted either. So I saw the grit in the players and the fight. Shamar Nicholson had an intensity, and at the 77th minute, the commentator on CONCACAF that I was watching spoke about it. So I think the grit and desire is there and the pride is there in Jamaica. I saw it. I can't question that any at all, right? But I believe that we are getting to the point where we have our best 23 being selected and best 11 on the field, which is what I have been asking for. There were just a couple of omissions, but that's the coach's prerogative. But no one could have really cost this team and say, boy, this is not an attempt to get the best players. We went into Mexico without our number one goalkeeper and our number one striker, and we came out with a draw. That to me is extremely, extremely commendable.
Captain as well.
Yes, and captain, but we saw other players two players step up into the captaincy, right? We saw
strange that Ethan Pino got the captain Urban at halftime.
It's strange, but the coach does what the coach does. I not question him, and it worked for us. Maybe he needed Damien O to captain the team to get 2 goals, and he needed Pinnock to captain the team to not concede any. He knows what he's doing. I'm saying, you know, when somebody's, I fly all over the world, go play music. I don't walk in a cockpit and ask the pilot, yo, I have to take off, brother. I just sit down, enjoy the little first class, and drink the champagnes, and reach from me, I reach. So I'm taking that same thing with the coach, unless there's something glaring, and I have not seen that thing. What I would like, just so everybody's clear, I would like our best domestic players to get the hell out of Jamaica and into top tier clubs that they can be subjected to the development, or the development can be accelerated by pro-licensed coaches, pro-licensed masseurs, pro-licensed the physios, nutritionists, and everything that allow them to develop and have a professional career where they can earn for themselves and their families. That's my desire. Not fighting nobody for coming on a team. I don't want a team full of a team can't have Englishman in a team. A pure Jamaican in my team. But I believe that we need to secure and get the best talent available for us, because I believe with the talent available to Jamaica, my honest opinion, military, we should be reaching the quarterfinals of every World Cup. No joke about it. And I will just end my wrap up. I can't resist this, right? Just 30-second military, 15-second dedicated to Ivan Toney. I hope every other player in England looks on and see what happened with Ivan Toney. 10 minutes and your life. You got 3 touches of the ball, and I have read every single English newspaper, and your name is not even mentioned. Meanwhile, your teammate Ethan Pinnock wore the captain's armband in Mexico and is just getting accolades from the Jamaican public. Yeah, man. You're gone, but others to come. I'm just end and say big up Grant again, my cousin. You know me, I say I'm proud of you. You're back in the league. You only play 1 minute today, but Crawley Town got a draw. Yeah, man, 5 points. Move up from the relegation. There were 2 points when you joined them, gone 5 points up. Big up yourself, and if you have to come back, you have to come back. If the coach to see you, the coach to see you. I'm not force nobody on a team or anything like that. Bless up yourself.
All right. Well said. Well said. Hey, hey. Sampling. So Ivan Toney, I think him learning lesson. Big up to Ethan Pinnock. Big up to the man them who decide say, hey, you are going. I come play for Jamaica, and them really step out of them comfort zone. Come to play for Jamaica despite all of the issues that we have faced. They come, massive respect. I don't know, say Bailey, we still love you. You're our brother, you're our son. We're a fan. We still support you, but we expect a lot from you. So just know, say, you're going to get the beating because we expect a lot. We expect a lot. We expect a lot. We expect to want to see a bang in the goals. We want to see a go down on the corner flag. Dismiss some people. That we expect from you. That is the reason why you're the one who will come down. We're definitely deal with a harsh because we want to see what the Bailey can produce. We want to see what we are doing Aston Villa in the Reggae Boy colours. That's what we're expecting. The man in the panel, real appreciation and respect. Definitely 100% respect you guys coming out and definitely giving you brilliant insight on football. I don't know if I know about football. I just come and chat and make nice already. Uno come had value, a lot of value to the program. Despite me, I run up mouth and make be a chat go like say me know nothing. But anyways, big up people in the comment section. My respect to all. Me almost at 300 likes now. Just how much? At 27 likes, I'm reach at 300 likes now. People, just we can get that done right now. We can get that done. People, enjoy the rest of your night and please take care of yourself and have a good night. MG Sports TV people, like this stream where we go. Fresh God, big up. You know, enough time I say some things. Fresh God want to talk me in my face, you know. Big up people. I'll see you guys again. We're out people. Boom.